Ladies and gentlemen, Railway Empire. I've been looking forward to this one for a hot minute. Management sim for trains? Cool. Hopefully they won't screw this one up. We'll see. Like I said, I've been looking forward to this for a while ever since it was first added to the list. In fact, this has been on the list for so long. Railway Empire 2 has actually come out since then. I have no idea if it's any good or not. It could be a City Skylines 2 kind of situation. I have no idea. Oh yeah, quick PSA. Don't play City Skylines 2. It sucks. Alright, so. Scooch this over here so I can see it a little bit better. Scooch this over here. Yo, we could probably be very evil. I mean, the railroad... So, for those who don't know, this is the original, the vanilla game, not the DLCs, are set in the United States as a railroad baron. And for those who are not aware, the railroad barons here are, like, the most evil jackasses the United States has ever had. And if you know anything about the U.S. history, that is saying something. We've even talked about this on camera, because most countries have, like, one group at one point in time who were just, like, massively, horrifically, cartoonishly evil. To the point where it's not even close. And usually when I say this, people from other countries are like, yeah, the such and such is for us. For us, it was the railroad barons. They were awful. It's fine, Von Falkenstein. The AI will figure out a solution to itself. It'll be cool. So, options menu. Nothing super impressive here. Some decent stuff. We've got some, you know, we can turn off the gamepad thing, scrolling thing. Graphics options. No resolution settings, by the way. So I'm playing in 720. I know that doesn't say 720. I'm playing in 720. Which means this is my playable screen. Not actually a joke. So that's going to be interesting. Great thing to do while I already have a headache. Biggest complaint there. Various audio volumes. Cool. Hello, Elazar. So, there is a built-in editor, which is very cool. And we can just make a thing, we'll call this the ASDF editor with the da-da-da-da-da-da. And let's go great. So, basic parameters, check. Oh my gosh. Okay, that you probably can't see that because it popped up another program. But yeah, this is exactly what I was expecting to see. This is a full-on exterior editor. This is StarCraft style. Not too shabby. What else we got? We got export, edit map parameters. Yeah, let's look at a map. You actually need a third-party program in order to actually edit the map, but you can. I'd still say that counts. I still think that's some mod support, editing support. So... Alright, what else we got here? There's free mode, which is exactly what it sounds like. There's our terrains, also. Also. Oh, hey, we can Britain! Woohoo! They do link it, absolutely. There's Germany! Oh, hey, Dr. Winter. Dr. Winter, it's time to become the chairman of the railway. That's not a German accent, okay. They can do the French railway. A lot of scenarios here. Australia! Japan! Oh, God. And also Japan, too. Okay, so that's our free mode. We've got sandbox mode, which is exactly what that sounds like. What's the difference between freebox and sandbox mode? What's the difference between... Hey, Benoit, what's the difference between free mode and sandbox mode? Here's our challenge mode. Small. Okay, got it. Free mode is just, like, jump into a map. Good morning, Braylon. I am sorry. Okay. Not too shabby. So we've got a bunch of modes here. I like modes. I like modes. So we've got free mode, we got sandbox mode, we've got challenge mode. And we've got free mode. Look, trains are cool, okay? Which is funny because, like, they're so horrible, but they're so cool. They're strong. Beautiful. Sorry. I've still got FF13 on the brain. And there's just our scenarios, straight up. And then there's our campaign. Okay. Is that everything? It looks like that's everything. Okay, so let's hit up campaign, because that's probably what we really want to do. The Great Plains, God, that's small! There's got to be a way to make this bigger. There's got to be a way. That is hard to read. Congrats, Lenara. Okay, there's actually an official response from a dev here. They only allow resolution options in full screen or windowed full screen. In all other modes, it's grayed out. Excuse me. God! Good morning, Evo. Ugh. Thank you. My good friend picked out the color combo. I figured nice rustic look for the trains, you know. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to find the I and I file. Assuming there aren't any. Oh my god. I'm just gonna go, like, eat a bullet. Is that okay? Instead of streaming today. Holy crap. I've been fighting off sick for a couple of days. Now, the main problem today is I woke up with a migraine. So sneezing with a migraine kind of sucks, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, hang on. Let's do this manually, because I'm not finding jack. I bet you money I'm just going to have to live with the postage stamp. I bet you money that's just my life. Let's see. Oh, yes, this will be my new empire. Hopefully. Wow, there are no INI files at all, because why would we do that? That'd be silly. I might just have to live with postage stamp. Like, you gotta be kidding me. Hang on. Wow. I am not finding jack here. I mean, I could technically mook. I just wouldn't be able to see anything like, say, chat. Alright, hang on. Let me try one more thing, and then I'm just going to give up. I'm already insanely late today. I don't remember this playing last time I hit launch. I swear to God, if the game gives me the option to, like, hire the Pinkertons, I'm gonna choose the shoot the Pinkertons option instead. Assuming it lets me. The trains are awesome, okay? I don't care. I don't care. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Oh, that's weird. Hang on. You can't even see that, can you? Yeah, so I can, like, kind of resize, but not really? What the hell? Sorry about the flashing. There. Holy crap, it actually worked. Look, you can sue Disney all you want, Elizar. That's your business, not mine. I know it doesn't look bigger on your screen. Because obviously. But that is a lot more readable to me. Oh, okay, I can actually read the friggin' dialogue now. Woohoo! I don't know, Dakota. I literally just had a random thought of, I wonder if I could just grab the pixel on the border. Because I tried that earlier and it didn't work. I thought, well, maybe if I just get more precise with it. I did like Toy Story 3, yes. I would consider it the best of the trilogy. Okay, so, now that I can read Chapter 1. First chapter takes you to construction sites of the Union Pacific, which was started in 1863. Tracks were built westward to establish the first transcontinental lines. While you are conquering the vastness of the Great Plains and the heights of the Rocky Mountains with your tracks, you'll learn about the basics of the railway empire. Thomas Clark Durant, the visionary in charge of Union Pacific, will assist you. Okay, I don't know what this means. I think that's just our cities. There's all the cities that exist.
Meticulous planning, tables, figures, and hard facts.
Oh, character selection. So, when visiting his gentleman club, do you know what it...
Sometimes I think about giving everything up and dedicating my life to poetry. How about you? I did an evaluation of the contenders, and I am the best choice.
No, it's just a social club. It is. I mean, there were probably women involved, but not as the primary thing. When visiting his gentleman's club, Roger Smythe is always impeccably dressed from top to toe in a suit, top hat, and cane. For him, a pedantic approach to accounting
Time is money.
is as much a matter of course for him as a precise plan for each company. He has no problem taking advantage of his competitor's weakness. If a successful competitor built a train station in a city, he quickly sites a factory there. So we get new manufactories are cheaper, able to buy a town's factory without an auction, but auctions are more expensive.
Just gold diggers who don't have a clue about how this business works.
And this is the only character I could choose, apparently. Okay. Sure. Yeah, nowadays...
1963. On the banks of the Missouri River, the last chapter in the monumental undertaking of the Transcontinental Railroad began. The workers of the Union Pacific Railroad began laying their tracks westward from Omaha through the wild heart of the North American continent.
This is not the animation style I was expecting from this game.
Challenges awaited them. Away from all civilization, the country was vast, the weather ruthless, and the challenges tremendously energy-sapping. But there was a masterstroke of modern engineering to be accomplished. To tame the wilderness and to conquer it with steel, fire, and steam. Never before had anything like this been ventured, but the time was ripe.
Greetings. My name is Thomas Clark Durand. Exactly, the head of Union Pacific. We will go down in history as the ones who created the Transcontinental Railroad. And that, my friend, is your job as chief engineer. I can't supervise everything here on site right now, as I have to meet with some politicians in Washington. First, you should familiarize yourself with the basic controls. Move the camera in all directions. Now test the camera's zoom function.
This game came out in 2018, Evo. Which feels recent, but then I remind myself that that was 8 years ago.
You can also rotate the camera. Give it a try.
Yes, I did, Orthodoxia. But I did not say thank you, and for that I apologize. Thank you for the sub, Orthodoxia. I've already jotted that down for Cyberpunk, Far Cry 3, and Saints Row 4.
Very good. Now you know the basic controls. Your first task is to create a rail connection between Omaha and Norfolk to the northwest. Both cities will need a station for this. You already have a station in Omaha, but you still need to build one in Norfolk. To do this, switch to building construction mode.
So hang on. So Omaha. City size, 1. Yeah, pre-COVID. I mean, from what I understand, this game was based off of Railroad Tycoon, and that was a 90s game, I think. Don't quote me on that. I don't know when Railroad Tycoon came out. Hang on. God damn it. Railroad Tycoon. Making me look stuff up. I see how it is. So the original Railroad Tycoon came out in 1990. Hey, Janine. And then Railroad Tycoon Type 2 was 98. Wow. And then Railroad Tycoon 3 was 2003. Then there was Sid Meier's Railroads, which is 2006. And then there's this, which is 2018. There's our train station. What do we got here? We got letter. And we got people, I'm guessing? I'm not sure what that is. These are our cities. We have a meat industry, which is privately owned, but not by us. No! We need to own everything. I demand that we own everything. We control everything. Sorry. Hey, there's the cattle ranch. You can tell it's a ranch because it's owned by a guy named Breeding. Okay, so I want to build a train station. 40 grand. Ooh, that's expensive. Okay. That's interesting. Can I rotate? I can. Hang on. So let me think about this. Probably gonna go along this way. Maybe I want to go south though. Standard railways. When you need a rail, standard as can be. Think standard rails. Yeah, let's put it like right. Boop.
Very good. Now the two stations need to be connected with tracks. To do this, switch to track construction mode.
Evo, we need to have a chat. What the hell's track construction road? Whatever.
Now plan the tracks between the stations in Norfolk and Omaha. To do this, select the two station tracks one after the other. Then pay for your track planning.
Why does it want me to do it there? That's a really dumb way to do the rail line. In fact, hang on. No, I refuse. I resist you, sir. Ah! There we go. Okay. Let's just do one uninterrupted line for right now. That's interesting. Whatever. Build? Build.
Now create your first train so that you can set up a rail line between your stations.
I own 2 train stations and a train track, but I don't own a train. I feel like I'm doing this backwards.
Initially, your train only exists on paper. It's not much use to you without a locomotive.
Okay. Well, since all we have access to is the Philadelphia, I guess we'll buy that one. The Rolling Union. Oh my god. Refrigerator car. Mail car. Caboose. Bonuses for all employees. Why would I pay my employees? Valerian, bring out the whip. The whip with the gun attached, preferably.
Additionally, each train needs a rail line that passes through all the stations it should stop at. Now join your 2 stations to the rail line by selecting them one after the other. That's enough for your first rail line. Now confirm it so it becomes active. Very good. Now you can see the journey your train will take. If there is something to transport, the train will automatically take it.
It's a pretty thick train, Jesus. Especially for a tutorial train. We're apparently just shipping meat.
Each locomotive needs water, sand, and lubricant on its journey. You have to place a supply tower along the route.
Okay. But how can I... Okay, whatever, fine. Set up right here.
Very good. Your train is now traveling between Omaha and Norfolk. But you can do even more. Each city needs goods from the surrounding area. For example, every city needs corn.
I don't actually know,
There's a
Luke.
corn farm near Omaha. Until now, the corn has made it to the city in the conventional way, but we want to change that.
Wait, where?
Now construct a rural train station in the marked location with a corn farm within its radius.
Okay, sure. Rural, huh? How about a big warehouse? No? No, okay. I guess we'll think small. Lore pucks. Oh my god. A gun whip. Well, you see... Any questions? I think we all know the answer to that, Ozar. I'd use my private teleporter.
Now connect the new rural train station to the station in Omaha. And now things are getting tricky as we have to deal with a logistical problem. As Norfolk should also enjoy fresh corn, there will soon be 2 trains traveling on the stretch of track between Omaha and Norfolk. Of course, this will then result in a conflict. Since trains cannot travel through each other, you'll need a side track between Omaha and Norfolk. This consists of 1 parallel track and 2 signals. First, create a side track. It needs to be at least long enough for a fully loaded train.
Okay. No, actually. This was funded by Ben One Eye. Speaking, I didn't even get to say my thank yous because Ben One Eye wasn't here. I didn't say thank yous without Ben One Eye being here. Ahem. Ah! And I closed the wrong document. Where's the one eye? Where's that one eye? There he is. So, shoutouts and thank you to Alchemist, Cody _DW12, Korgoth88, Dark Day 95, Diesel Edge, Doom Rider 56, Gaporg, Huthor, Cloden, Lucas Slaughter, Monk Muddington, Reggie Brock, Ryman 6000, Sakage, Surf 136, Tiny Hippo 270, Two Rope 2, Vigilant, Zephyrin, Savacom, Mr. Red 97, Zira, Bunny 99_94, Zillier SG, Johnny, Permeus, Techno's World 3, Cookie Dude 420, Ben Smack, Vancini, and one of our majority stakeholders, who also put this game on the list, Ben One Eye. Thank you, all of you, for making this run happen. Much obliged and appreciate. The next game, that's a dealer's choice game, because I'm really curious about Loop Hero. Like, no, don't update anything ever. Alright. Okay, so let's do this. Let's sit up. Kind of like undo the curving. The curving is weird. Right? Like, surely there's a way to undo the curving. Right? Right? Oh god, I don't see anything to undo the curving. Well, that's the hope, Evo. Sure, that looks good. That looks terrible. Can I adjust this? Oh, I can. Oh, hey. Oh, yeah, there we go. Perfect. That's how I want my train around to look. Alright, let's just do a side. We don't need to be that long. Oh, actually, you know, we could make it a little longer. Let's add a node. Hey, there we go. Add a node in the middle. There we go. Flatten that out a little bit. There we go. Yeah, and they're really not helpful, Ben, would I?
Excellent. However, your trains won't necessarily use the sidetrack, as they generally always take the shortest route. For this reason, you also have to specify the direction of travel on each parallel track. Now open Building Construction mode and set up a signal in the highlighted area pointing in the direction of the switch. Trains will then be able to stop here when the single track is in use.
Oh god, signals. Okay, I'm going to admit something that's going to make everyone make fun of me. I never figured out signals in Factorio for trains. I just straight up walked away from it. I gave up. It never made sense. Alright,
Now make sure that the track can only be traveled in one direction. For this purpose, set the signal so that trains coming from the opposite direction cannot pass.
Alright, like that? No? There we go. Yeah, like that, right? No?
Excellent. Now do the same on the parallel track so that each parallel track has a different direction. Place a second signal in the highlighted area and block the track to trains coming from the opposite direction. Very good. I'm sure that it wasn't at all easy. You will soon come to realize that signals are an important aid in guaranteeing smooth rail operations. You will find more information and tips under Hints and Tips.
Thanks, game. No, the problem is it was telling me to do the exact opposite of what I was doing, because I wanted to do this way and then this way.
Now
And they
assemble
did the
a new
opposite
train and give it a locomotive and a rail line.
Why?
A new rail line should run via Omaha to Norfolk so that the people of Norfolk can be supplied with corn.
Fine. Guess we'll make a new line. Still can't hire anybody, but whatever.
Excellent. The corn farm will automatically make use of your train because the cities along your rail line are demanding corn. Conventional transportation is much more costly for the farm.
Give us corn. Give us corn.
Something. Locomotives wear out over time and need to be regularly maintained so they can perform their duties more reliably. For this purpose, there needs to be at least one maintenance building on each rail line where locomotives can be serviced if necessary. Construct such a maintenance building at your station in Omaha now. To do this, select the station itself and expand the station with this building.
Those are expensive as hell. Alright, pause. Pause! There's no pause! Okay, we're okay. Is that Soviet Republic game out of early access? Because that's been on my radar for a while now. And it was, the space doesn't do anything. It's me mashing space. Nothing's happening. There's nothing's happening, but when I look. Look, the train goes. Anyways. Screw it, I'll just look myself. Screw it. Let's figure it out myself. Damn it. Soviet. There it is. Workers and resources. That's the one. Looks like it is out. When did it come out? June? That can't be right. Oh, that was the original thing. When did it come out of early access? Really recently. Wow. Looks like December? If I'm reading this correctly. Nope, I'm wrong. Hang on. Now I'm curious. When did this come out? No, we're stuck here. This is our life. Oh, they patched the crap out of this right after it launched. Look at that. Sorry, I'm scrolling back through patches, and there's just so many. There's so many patches, oh my god. Looks like the answer is roughly last year, though. It keeps going on sale, too. My god. Yeah, it looks like March of last year. Anyways, sorry. No more distractions, only trains. Alright, I would like to expand my train station. 80,000. Yeah, I can afford that.
Right. We've been lollygagging for long enough.
What?
I need to return to Washington for further miserable negotiations with our representatives of the people. I've written a task list for you. Take a look at it and complete the tasks within the given time period. Do not disappoint me.
Valerian, whip that man with the gun whip. Let's see. Controls. Bang! Bang! I love it. Tooltip, subtitle, center, distance, miles, freedom units. What the hell's a kilometer? Sorry. I'm not seeing anything here. Oh, well, whatever. Maybe now we can pause? Nope, we still cannot pause. Jesus Christ. Okay, what's this? Hey. Alright. We need to conquer the world. So we need to deliver cattle to Denver, meat to Cheyenne. Wait. What's the difference between cattle and meat? Oh no. Connect 150 grand people to our rail network. Reach a population of 30 grand in Cheyenne. Connect Omaha and Rock Springs. Transport 100 passengers from Cheyenne to Rock Springs without stopping. One still moves. I'm just saying, if your steak ain't mooing, it ain't raw enough. Or rare enough, excuse me. Still no pausing. Still no pausing. Well, let's just look at the map for a second. Okay, what have we got? There's Pierre. Bismarck, Fargo. Fargo? Oh, I guess that does make sense. What's up there? Billings. Asper. There's Cheyenne. There's Rock Springs. Grand Junction. Santa Fe. There's Denver. There's Dodge. We gotta get out of Dodge. There's Amarillo. There's Oklahoma. There's Wichita. Wichita? What the hell's Wichita doing here? Get out of here, Wichita. There's a best feature in this game? You gotta be kidding me, Ben. I actually like the graphics more than I thought it would. Like, they're pretty simple, but they're solid, especially when you're at, you know, like this range, which is probably where we're going to be most of the time. When you get in here, like, check it out, farms. Oh, right. Hang on. It's not letting me select it. Why can't I select it? Ah, because I was in a menu. I'm guessing this is why the graphics are worth a damn at the ground level. Feel the speed. Contrain's getting Rex. Hey, Ben, what on? Contrain's getting Rex. Yeah, I'm kind of limited in my visibility here. Still can't pause. In real life. Trains can't get Rex in real life, Evo. God. Come on. Alright. So let's think about this for a second. We've got a cattle farm right over there. I want that cattle. We've also got a meat processing plant right here. You hearing what I'm hearing? I am weirded out by the lack of a pause button. I keep wanting to pause to take time and establish, and then it's like, nope! We can rename the line, but I don't think we can rename the train. Hang on. Yeah, I can only name the line. I'm sad. If I kick the arrow... Oh, it paused for a second. So if I click the arrow, what happens? It goes super fast. And then goes normal speed. And then super fast. And then normal speed. That's it. Those are my options. Faster or normal. Good morning, Czar. Oh! Demand for imported meat has been reduced. What? If only I could pause to take a moment to read that. Why can't I pause? Gah! This is weirding me out. Hang on. Railway Empire. Pause. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. Let's why? Okay. Ah! Hang on. God damn it. Look, we gotta have a talk. First of all, stop giving me money. Stop buying the new hard drive I just had to buy. Valerian already bought it. Okay, is there like an options here? Aha! We have to set to... Okay, when we start the campaign, and only when we start the campaign, we have this option to change to... So normal means the game pauses automatically when doing certain things. Manual, which lets you hit the space bar, but you receive a deduction on your rating on the completion screen. Having access to a pause feature comes with a gameplay detriment. Also, it's a Trainiac where the game never pauses, which gives you a bonus to your rating. That's unheard of to me. I've never seen that before. I'm not sure if that's negative worthy, but that's weird. Really weird. I kind of get the idea, though, like, right? Because pause... Hear me out for a second. Like, imagine Stellaris or EU4 or CK3, or I guess EU5 now, without a pause feature. Or more accurately, if there's a pause feature, it's like... It gives you a detriment to your score because it's in easy mode. I know that sounds so strange, but it is, right? Pausing a game that is a real-time game like that gives you a second to pause and think and effectively turn it into a turn-based game. Forcing you to not pause then forces the player to keep up. It turns it more into real-time. So as like an optional difficulty thing, that's kind of neat. I wish it was a little bit more overt about that, because I would just always play with the saves on, or the freezes on, right? Apparently, Battlefleet Gothic had it. I don't remember that, but I believe you. And that's actually a good point, Von Falkstein. I forgot about that. StarCraft 2 does something similar. In the hardest difficulty, you can't slow it down. So yeah, I'm not... As much as that irritates me, I don't think that's actually a negative. I think that's just something that needs to be conveyed a little bit better. Which... Well, at some point I need to acknowledge that Mook exists. Damn it, Mook! Alright, hold up. Okay, let's pause.
And I've seen you've blown almost all of your seed capital. I don't want to be like that, so I'm giving you a little cash injection. But be more careful from now on.
I have 300 grand in the bank. I haven't spent jack. What are you on about? Just, what? I don't think I did, Blade 12. Let me double check that. Because that's a good point. Like, I'm not a big fan of penalizing your players for choosing an easier difficulty. And when I say penalizing, I don't mean like missing out on an achievement or what. I mean like actual some kind of tangible gameplay detriment for choosing easy mode. I prefer the Celeste method, where there is no detriment. Ikenfeld did that while we're on the subject. Oh. Well, of course, Dame Celeste, you've got to be the Railroad Baroness. Also true, Von Falkstein. That irritates the crap out of it. How many games are there where you can't even see the final boss or final ending or whatever if you're not on Ultra Doom Hard? That goes back to the arcade era, as a reminder. That is an extraordinarily old concept. But yeah, no, that's kind of what I'm thinking, Mook. If this just affects score, that is, for all intents and purposes, an achievement. That's bonus points. That's fine, right? If I can use a parallel, EU4 and 5 have this thing where you have to select Iron Man mode when you're starting a new campaign. If you don't, you are disqualified for a lot of achievements. That's fine, right? Like, that's an optional hard mode thing that you, the player, are doing because you want the brownie points of doing it. Sure. But let's double check what we did for Final Fantasy 13. That's actually a good question. Ben, does score mean anything? That's a good question. There we go. Looks like we did not give it an extra negative at all, which makes sense. I probably wouldn't have. So yeah, I'm actually not feeling a negative on that. I don't think that's positive, but I also don't think it's a negative. Hang on, let me jot down some thoughts very quickly, and then I'll say several thank yous. By the way, I hope you like this style of music, because this is probably what we're going to be in for the next several days. Don't worry, I'll probably play some other music at various points in time. Yeah, that minimap is honestly already bad, and I have just started. Like, I'm not really impressed with that. Especially since, near as I can tell, it doesn't show any of the map stuff. Sorry, map. You're dumb, Laura. The producer stuff. Like, no farms, no ranches. Near as I can tell, it's just towns. And it does show the size of the town, I think. Well, no, that's a 2-star town, and that's a 1-star town. So never mind, it doesn't show the size of towns. So I have no idea what the difference is in the size of these. That's just weird. Because, like, why is that a big circle, and why is that a small circle? It does say connected towns, because it's got Norfolk and Omaha here, and those are connected. I can't even mouse over, though. I can use the minimap to get around quickly. Alright, what? So they're producing booze. It says demand for meat has been reduced. I don't even see a meat demand. Where's a meat demand? Oh, here we go. So, hang on. So that's stock. That's demand. Our demand for meat is 0.4. Our total meat is 12. Yeah, we need to... Yeah. Populace does not want to go to war. What is this, 1863? Following new troop conscriptions, unrest has broken out amongst the immigrants in New York. Due to the option of being released from the military service for a payment of $300, this accusation is that a rich man's war and a poor man's fight. However, officials are optimistic that this unrest will soon die down and objectives will yet to be convinced to mobilize. A saving grace for weak men. The Dutch preparation of toxodium will restore your lost manhood. Dog travels entire USA. Yeah, I know. Thank you. What? How are you missing supplies? There's a supply tower right there. Get the supplies. Well, there's a supply tower. Okay, hang on. Pause. Thank you very, very much, Valerian. Always appreciate you. I'm going to pull chat down here so I can read chat while I'm bowing, because I'm going to be here a minute. Anybody watching the VOD, for the next 6 minutes, I'm not doing anything but saying thank you. In fact, actually, before I say thank you to Valerian, why don't I say thank you to the person who I only have to bow for like 20 seconds to? Thank you, Kino Banjo, very much for the sub. If you want to put that sub to up to 3 future streams, please let me know. But either way, I appreciate you. Thank you. One second. What am I listening to? Oh, okay. Oh. No? Okay. I'm gonna jot down a negative for that right now. See, the reason you keep seeing this happen is because I keep trying to back out of menus, right? And, you know, I want to back out of a menu. So I'm like, oh, I've got this. Whoops, let's back out of this. So I hit escape, which, as you can see, doesn't back out of the menu. Right-click backs out of the menus, but only sometimes. What's that? Wow, we're producing a lot of meat right now. Maybe we don't need more meat? Maybe we should connect the cattle? Maybe we should connect the milk? Do we connect the milk? What milk? Is there demand for milk? How do I know if there's demand for milk? Where's the milk? Does anyone want milk? There's research? There's research? Ah! Yeah, no, exactly, DZ Maven. Can I rename it here? I guess not. What's this? Flow of goods? Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So they demand grain, I guess. Oh no, I'm selecting grain. Oh god, I can't select everything. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, hold up. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna say back to saying thank you to Valerian. Pull up my chat so I can see chat while I'm doing this. Thank you, Valerian, very, very much. Now, as a reminder, Valerian, you're awesome. That's it. End statement. There we go. Why did the music pause? Because you paused. No, that's what pause means. It pauses the music. No. Do I need to put up my own timer? I need to put up my own timer. So random question. I had this kind of in the oh god. I can't think of the term. I can't think of anything. I have too much of a headache. What is the place where the bullets go in the gun? Chamber. Thank you. Chamber is what I'm looking for. I've had this question in the chamber for a couple of days now for when we had a downtime. So here's a random thought, okay? So look at just video games for a second. If you could pick one video game that is like the most lamentation for you, most lamentable, right? Like personally to you, not regardless of quality, doesn't matter how good or bad it is, just the one video game that bothers you the most. You can only pick one. What would you pick? See, I was thinking about doing something like, say, Diablo Immortal, but that feels like cheating, so I'm going to go ahead and eject Mobage from the list, because that's too easy, right? Anything that gets the atrocity tag probably qualifies as lamentation status, so I'm going to mentally eject that from consideration. Metal Morph. God, I haven't played that in 30 years. Something like that. Define new? I don't think I used the word new. So if I did, I apologize, because I did not mean new. Roller Coaster Tycoon World? I don't think I've even played that one. Like, what would be the most lamentable games? I've actually been torn on this question myself for a long time, because I've played a lot of bad games. But, like, a game that's truly just for me. Oh, yeah, speaking of which, I'm also going to discount MMOs. Because if I include MMOs, then that becomes a much easier question very suddenly. Losing my chat. You've been idle for about 2 minutes now. Dead Rising 4. Man, we've got to review that now. Holy crap. What about Dead Rising 1? No. We're just going to review Dead Rising 4. Dragon Age 2 is an interesting pick. I actually do rather enjoy Dragon Age 2 for what it is, especially the first 2 acts. But it really wasn't Dragon Age 2. There was a 4th Jack game, Kennex Cow? I didn't even know about that. I mean, shrug, Mr. Red. Atari, E.T. on the Atari. I mean, bit of a low-hanging fruit, but I get where you're coming from. Oops, there we go. Okay, thank you very, very much, Valerian. Always appreciate it. Obviously, I have already jotted that down for 3 games, which it didn't fund them. Thank God. But I put that down for Hayseed Knight, Legend of Spyro Trilogy, and Sonic 2D. That doesn't happen, Blade Javal. And that's the short answer to that. So now I gotta say thank you to Mook. Let me reset the timer here. Thank you, Mook, very, very much. Yeah, Third Birthday is an interesting pick for me. But I'm not sure if it's fully lamentation-y worthy. Because, like... I mean, I know that sounds strange because Third Birthday is a vulgar, disgusting, terrible game. But do I care? I know that sounds strange. Like, I was never particularly invested in the Parasite Eve series. It sucks. Other M, yeah, that one hits a little bit more personally to home for me because, you know, I am a huge fan of the Metroid series. And Metroidvanias in general. Other Side? I don't think I've even heard of that game. Really, Dr. Winter? Really? Please just say it. You're not going to preface my opinion. I've really got to know. And I'll forget years from now when we finally play whatever it is. Tell me the game. Oh, Dragon Age 4. Okay. No, I've heard all kinds of people talking very well and very badly about Dragon Age 4. So that's actually really relieving, as weird as it sounds. Whenever people are equally bashing and praising a game, it means I can walk in completely neutrally. That's not a joke. When I hear that kind of contentious opinion, it's like, oh, okay. I can just eject all of it. And walk in, you know, blank. And there's a extremely high chance we'll play Dragon Age 4 this year. Like, that, shockingly high chance, I would say. I mean, the game's very close to funded, and I haven't dealer choiced it at all, nor do I plan to. So, that should be fun. And that'll be the end of... gosh. Most of BioWare at that point. I mean, there's a few games we haven't played under the current system. No, there's a couple EA games left. I still want to cover things like Spore, and I want to cover Command & Conquer 1, and possibly a few other Command & Conquer games. We'll see. Gray and black with splashes of white and red. That sounds terrible, Kira White. Oh my gosh. So here's the thing. Command & Conquer 1 has the remaster, so no issues there, right? Red Alert has the remaster 2, no issues. Red Alert 2 is playable with the fan open source version, and I believe that covers Command & Conquer 2 as well. Command & Conquer 3 actually runs just fine, no issues, and Red Alert 3 runs fine with no issues. Command & Conquer 4 doesn't have enough support to have a fan patch to make it runnable. So it's entirely possible we actually can't play Command & Conquer 4. Like, I've been looking at this recently, because Command & Conquer 1 is on my short list of, I want to kick this to the top of the list with Dealer's Choice. And I have run into several issues already in the tech testing of that. And hang on, since I got my phone out here, I can tell you there's this thing here I've been looking into for some of them, which is called OpenRA. And OpenRA helps with several issues with the original Red Alert, assuming we ran into those. And there's a couple other things for some of the older Command & Conquers as well. CNC4, we'll see. And that's really the answer to that. It is possible we will not play it because we can't. Oh, okay. And that was 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Thank you, Mook. Very, very much. Always appreciate you. I will put that towards Wrath of the Righteous, Trails of Crossbell, and Dragon Age 4. Normally I don't do this. But I'm going to check right now to see if that's going to push that over the line. I'm going to tell you right now, if that does push that over the line, I have already vowed to stop pushing back the current bundle of Dealer's Choices. So even if it gets funded magically, like right now, I'm not going to run it like in a few days. We're going to push it out. Just being very honest about that. Because all of the stuff that's currently in the queue has been there since summer because you guys keep funding things. What it? God. It'll make me raise my prices again. No, Valerian, no, please. Oh, God, mercy. I mean what I say, though. I needed to get a new super storage hard drive, and so that was about $800 I spent yesterday. So, if you're wondering what that money's going towards, there's your answer. Dragon Age 4. Where's that? Yeah, that'll fund it. Tell you what, why don't we make a deal, Moog? Why don't we magically pretend that you didn't put it towards Dragon Age 4? Oh my god, it fell through the cracks. It's gone. It's gone. I don't know what and you pick something else. Just trust me on this. Just trust me on this. Cyberpunk. Damn it. Can you pick a good game? I'm kidding. Well, that funds... Oh, please don't fund Cyberpunk. Okay, that doesn't fund Cyberpunk. Whew. Okay, thank God. Look, no offense to Cyberpunk, it is an enormous, honestly, gigantic, huge game of Doom that isn't that good. And I'm sorry, I'm just going to say that. It is not that good of a game. Or at least it wasn't. I haven't played 1.0 yet. What I actually find funny, I am rather open about my opinion that Cyberpunk was not that particularly great of a game. And I've never been quiet about that, because I've reviewed Cyberpunk. Then, I constantly got bashed for being too positive about Cyberpunk. I was too positive about Cyberpunk. If you can believe that. Internet, never change. For record, Cyberpunk's final golden number was 50. Carried entirely by the story axis because the gameplay was in the negatives. Let's play some Railway. Okay. So, I don't know what I want to do. I guess let's look at our objectives. What do we got? So, cattle to Denver. Denver's way the ass over there, so we're not gonna do that anytime soon. Beat to Cheyenne. That's way over there. Cyberpunk wasn't... this is going to sound strange. Cyberpunk wasn't what I would consider aggressively bugged at launch. And I know what you're thinking. But lore, that's the one thing it's known for. Let's clarify for a second. Cyberpunk was hilariously bugged at launch. And the overwhelming majority of those bugs were cosmetic. Yeah, they're so much worse than a game that has people running into a wall or, you know, there's this one bit, this is actually on camera, where a camera actually, where the car's pathing went through a building, or no, it was a support column for a highway, and they just, and we're just sitting there watching them as they're all going, just going through it. That's whatever. Do we give it a negative? Yes. Is it a bug? Yes. Is it a particularly bad bug? No. No, actually, there were a few real bugs. Some actual progression blocker bugs. But yeah, there's a difference between people showing up, cars showing upside down when you summon them, and I can't do this quest, or crash happy kind of stuff, right? And having said that, there are still some progression bugs, or at least there were, I should be using past tense in Cyberpunk as well. The freaking thing with Takamura's emails comes to mind immediately, right? Where he just would not send you the email to allow you to start the next quest in his chain, no matter what you did. You actually had to restart the entire game to be able to access that. Where's Rock Springs? It really wants us to do stuff with Denver, Cheyenne, and Rock Springs. There's Cheyenne right there. It's actually not that far. Rock Springs is way over there. It's the red dot. I'm pretty sure that did in fact happen. Yes, Shadow Machine. No, most of my complaints about Cyberpunk, and I cannot believe I'm saying this, is me agreeing with Josh Strife Hayes. Damn you, Josh Strife Hayes! Okay, so there's that, there's that, there's that. Yeah, bad gameplay, put very, very simply. There's a reason the gameplay score was in the negatives for our review, and that is a post-Oblivion review. I stand by that as a 1.0 review. It was... It's hard to even summarize. The whole game was this cavalcade of weird and bad decisions on the gameplay axis. And for the most part, it felt more like a pseudo-interactive movie than anything else. My enjoyment of the game skyrocketed once I successfully crafted a revolver, which was non-lethal, of course, because the crippler, which would one-shot everyone in the entire game. And I want to stress that my enjoyment of the game went up when I gained the ability to one-shot every encounter in the game. And that's the best way I could possibly summarize my opinion of the gameplay of Cyberpunk. Oh, thank you again, Kino Banjo. You still haven't put that other sub towards anything, but I do appreciate the second sub, and I do appreciate your support. Thank you. I'm sorry that you have to watch my terrible, terrible Inquisition stream. So hold on. I understand about supply routes. Thank you. Demand reduced. Yep, that's cool. Cities grow. Yep, cool. Alright, whatever. And that's how you do a city station. Cool. What's this? That's how you do a rural station. Cool. Okay. I don't know what I want to do. I'm in the weirdest space. I don't know what I want. Yes! Yes, Evo. You have told me that story. Now, you notice all I'm talking about is the gameplay axis. Honestly, I think the story of Cyberpunk was pretty solid, with one enormous exception. Like, I'd say 90% of the actual minute-to-minute story of Cyberpunk was extremely good. There's just Indians out here. Oh. So that's... What is that? Corn? No, that's bamboo? Why are we... Oh, no, that's sugar. Okay, that's sugar. That's cattle. Well, why don't we... What was the exception? Johnny Silverhand. Now, you're probably thinking, hold on, he's like the main character. How is he only like 10% of the story? Because he is only 10% of the story. If you sit down and look at all of the runtime of the story and map it out into time, the amount of time that Johnny is actually relevant or present or is actually part of the narrative and isn't just in the background giving some random one-off comments is microscopic. Which makes sense, because we know, as of this point, that he was tacked on pretty late in release. And there were some adjustments made to accommodate that. He's also inconsistent. Also, I don't like his performance that much. Keanu Reeves' performance. Keanu Reeves is actually a reasonably good voice actor. See the recent Sonic movie for a good example of that. And he's a decent actor in general. You know, like yellowish range. But he's not Johnny Silverhand. And that's the simplest and easiest way I could put that. No, I have not, Mr. Ed. Let's see. So this is... Do I want like just a... Can I add it here? Can I set up a factory here? Yes, but what kind of factory do I want? Well, I want to connect that. Maybe you should make a loop? Loop feels like a good idea. I'm feeling a loop. Let's make a loop. That's our goal. That's our goal. Okay, so let's burn a ton of money and make a loop. I just disagree. I'm sorry, Dr. Winter. I don't think he put in a good performance. I have nothing else to add to that. Because I don't know what else to add to that. Like, it's just, he's there, yeah. If I was his voice director, I'd tell him to redo his lines. Okay, so then I want to go this way. This way like this. I would argue it is a bad performance. Speaking as a voice director, I'm not being facetious. I'm not trying to bash him. I should mention I do like Keanu Reeves, both as a person and as an actor. I do not think he put in a particularly good performance. I honestly blame almost all of that on his voice directors. No, yeah, exactly. Like, it feels like it's a miscast. That's actually a really great way to put that. Like, anybody who's heard Keanu Reeves just talk as a human being, the man has charisma. Like, it's something he's kind of known for, you know? Hi, Ross. Okay, that was expensive as hell. Let's connect these with the track now. Did I not? Oh, damn it, I didn't. Okay. No. Oh, God, I'm gonna be burning through my money. I'm gonna be broke. I'm gonna be broke. It's gonna be worth it, though. You watch. Constantine. Constantine's actually a pretty good example of what I'm talking about just a miscast scenario. Like, I'm not exactly what you call a gigantic fan of Constantine, the IP, but that was not a role for Keanu Reeves.
Good. That's finished. You're making progress.
Thanks. Actually, yeah, Keanu Reeves would do a great job of Morgan Blackhand, 100%. Yeah, I mean, right now we're talking about Cyberpunk, or I guess more accurately, Keanu Reeves. The thing they did with Gerald was interesting, is what I'm going to say to that. Pillars of Snow. I don't know what his accent is. Does anyone know what his accent is? We have an accentist. There. We now have a full loop. It cost an insane... What? 100th Meridian crossed. Transcontinental no longer a dream. Last few days, laborers of the Union Pacific have crossed the 100th Meridian in their tracks. With this first milestone, the Union Pacific has now ensured the right to forge ahead with the first line, the heart of the continent. Renowned politicians and representatives of the railroad celebrate this with a festive excursion at the scene of the event. Oh, wow. The Panacea from F. O'Hare & Sons is currently particularly cheap at the price of $1. It cures headaches, stomach upsets, brain problems, nervousness, seasickness, anxiety, and insomnia. Sweet! And all it is salt. Okay, now it's normally when I like pause. Ah! The railroad company recently built a new train station that's consequently connected yet another region to its rail network. Chief Executive Lore Runner stated the railroad company's route expansion was going to continue unabated. We must keep hitting people with the whip gun. Could be cocaine. You know, I'm down for cocaine. Well, actually, yeah, something other people have pointed out, including me, I think, is that, you remember the opening scene, our first introductory scene to Johnny Silverhand? He comes across as this super omega, badass, awesome dude of awesome. But it's also explicitly his own memories of the event. Because that's not Johnny Silverhand, to be really blunt. Johnny Silverhand's a rocker boy. No, that would be Blackhand. Like, Blackhand could... Like, in fact, I should mention, we actually know that event because that event was in the books. And Blackhand did show up, did fight Atom Smasher to a standstill. Yeah, Johnny got crushed by Atom Smasher. Of course he did. Like, come on. Rocker Boy versus one of the most high-tier total body conversion units in the setting. Of course he got one shot by him. But no, my biggest problem... So, okay, let me actually share another thing. Those of you who remember my Cyberpunk playthrough, remember my favorite character from the game. Do you remember my favorite character in the game? Okay, Brandon's a good pick, actually. I'll give you that. Brandon was the vending machine, for those of you who don't remember. Anyways, the actual answer is Takamura. And the reason I mentioned Takamura is because I got a lot of flack for that during that run. Like, a lot of people were weirdly aggro about the fact that I was liking Takamura as a character. And would, like, consistent go out of my way to be a decent person to him because he was going out of his way to be a decent person to me. And I was thinking about this recently because Cyberpunk's been on my brain lately. And the problem is, Takamura's a good character. not a particularly good person, but I mean, how many people are good people in Cyberpunk? No, he is. Yeah, he's a bro. First of all, he is a bro. He's got our back consistently. He never turns on us. Like, the worst thing we can do is if we decide to go kill what's her face, he says, "You suck. I hate you," and then implies he's about to go commit suicide. That's as bad as that ever gets. So he's always got her back. But what really makes him work is that he's a good character. He is very well established. He's very relatable. He actually starts off pretty much right where we are, right? Right at the bottom. Loses his big job, loses his big gig. Ex-corpo. Has no resources to speak of, no assets to really pull on. And he goes with us because we are his only option. He's just trying to do what he can because he believes that's what should be done in the situation. He is very much a down on his luck ex-corpo. But that's okay. It makes perfect sense. After all, most of our principal characters are what V should have been. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting too much in the weeds on Cyberpunk. We can save Cyberpunk for later. What I want to do is I want to figure out where my trains are. Where's my trains? How do I see my trains? Do I have trains up here? Ah! Okay. Where's my lines? Okay, so that is just Omaha to Norfolk, and that's just Evans Farm to Norfolk. Can I edit that? Can I edit this? Very few, Noctis. Also, hi. Can I not edit a line? Can I seriously not edit a line? Oop, random breakdown. Oh no! Oh no! If only I could pause. How do I fix a random breakdown? I don't know how to fix a random breakdown. I don't know what to do about that. Oh, it fixed itself. Woof! It worked! And that's why we should go gung-ho with AI. Because sometimes it'll miraculously just work. Alright, hang on. So, what do you have? You don't have a factory yet. Why don't we... Oh, thank God for Blind Panic. Can I just, like... delete all of my trains? Is that what I... Can I, like... I don't actually want to delete them. Yeah, get rid of that. No, Ross. This has been one-eye game. Where are my lines? Oh my god, why can't I just... Is there not just a place where I can see my lines? Ah! Listen, I refuse. Okay, yeah, go away. I'm still trying to figure out the interface. You gotta give me a minute here. What's that? Okay, that's cool. Okay. Those are both making money. That's good. That's good. So I want a line from North Platte to Norfolk to Bishop Estate? Hang on. Do you care about beer? Do you have demand for beer? You do have demand for beer, which is not being fulfilled. Okay, so let's connect North Platte to the wheat farm to the brewery. Okay. So let's go with this line right here. And I want you... I still can't hire anybody, so that's whatever. Okay. And where's this go? How do I... Okay, here we go. So I want you to connect from here to here to here. And that way we'll have booze, barley, and thing all set up in one. And then the rest of that, we'll figure that out in a minute. So let's go ahead and set that up. Okay, so now I should have... Nope, nope, nope. Oh god, where do I look at lines? I still don't remember where I look at lines because it's such a weird spot. Here it is. Okay, so now I've got another new train line for some reason. I keep accidentally setting new trains up. So I've got corn, milk, cattle, and carrots. What do you produce? What is this? Veggies. Okay, whatever. Does anybody care about those things? Does anybody like any of that? Is there a way to look at, like, let's try this from a different direction. Okay, so Norfolk. Okay, so that's our factories. So we have several places to turn cattle into meat and leather, and we have a couple places to turn that into beer, and that's it at the moment? Ah! There we go. Okay. We could connect you with several things. But... maybe a dairy farm? Dairy farm feels like a good idea. Let's do that. Dairy farm. Do it. Do it to it. Do I have enough money for that? You do not have enough money for that. No! It doesn't even tell me how much it is. Cash. Question mark, question mark. I could buy a university. What does that do? Increases innovation. Okay. Okay, so we can't buy a dairy plant, which sucks. We haven't unlocked it. Oh, geez. That's a heck of a research tree. Look at that. Diesel trains. Oof. Okay, okay. Let's go all the way back here where we are. A lot of not available in this scenarios. Jesus. There we go. Creative accounting? I'm sorry, what was that? Expenditures are calculated being higher, and revenue and profits calculated as being lower. Results in less profits that need to be taxed. Okay. Okay. But how do... Let me guess, I can't unlock it because of the scenario. What do you want to bet? What do you want to bet? I can only do beer and meat, so I just spent a lot of money on something I can't profit from. Damn it! Alright, accepting the loss. Not going to be like the AI companies. We're going to be decent, hard-working railroad barons. Now get the slaves back out there. Okay. Let's do this. Let's not do that. Hang on. You. Let's go ahead and buy another loco. So I'll never call a loco ever again. I don't know why I said that. Okay. And let's set up the line here. And this is going to be everywhere. This is just going to connect everything on this line. Except. Now, hang on. Now. Yeah, no kidding, Dream Whisperer. So we've got one bypass right there to help with that. But we're going to need at least one more. Yeah, right there. I see it right there. So let's go into the fog. Very important. Silent Hill 2. Let's go ahead and do like a little bypassy kind of a thing. Let's make this bypass slightly less crap. Let's make it slightly less crap. Just a little bit. Just a little bit less crap. Okay, it can still be crap. If you game, I know you're in love with crap, but bear with me here. Come on, you can do this. You can do this game. There we go. Nice and pseudo straight. Okay, perfect. That is a really expensive line, but we're gonna do it. Pay. Okay, now let's set up a signal. And a signal over here, for obvious reasons. Yeah, that's great. Okay. Hypothetically, that should be fine. Now, let's set up some supply towers, because we probably need a few. Track? What are you waiting on track clearance for? We'll come back to that. Let's set up a supply station right over here. And then one on this line, just to make sure they're good. One here. Set up one in between each node. Hopefully this is at least moderately useful. I'm still kind of guessing on that. And one right there. And we're out of money. Okay. What the hell's a block sector? Waiting for track clearance. Okay, no, we should be okay. Because then they'll go here. Okay, unload all that delicious cargo. Why does it still say waiting for track clearance? Why is it still saying that? What track clearance do you need? Why do you need track clearance? Why do you need track clearance? Okay, now it doesn't say it. Okay, whatever. Maybe it just needed a moment to resolve. Sure. A stretch of track can only be traveled by one train. Stop signals divide tracks into several sections so multiple trains can use the same track. Okay. Oh, I hope I can get at least a little bit into it. Okay, that doesn't help me, though, because I don't have extra track. I kind of do up there, but that's it. I should... Yes, thank you. Go away. No, you're not, then one eye. I'm just trying to figure out... Oh, God, it's factorial over again. Okay. You know what I should probably do? You know what I should probably do? Hang on. I should probably delete some of these, the tutorial ones they made me do. Right? Delete this train. Yes. Delete this line? How do I delete the line? How do I delete the line? How do I delete the line? Oh no! Ah! There's Norfolk and Omaha, so let's get rid of that one. But, like, how do I get rid of the line, though? Because it still says new rail line up there. Even though there's no line. There's no line. So, I don't know. What is this? I'm very confused. So, Norfolk to North Platte is still running. That might still cause issues, though. And there's Omaha to Norfolk, which is right there. Hang on. But, like, how do I... okay, hang on. I would like to see the line. Can I please see the line? I think you're right, Benoit, which is why I was trying to get rid of it. But, like, I'm confused. I just want to see which of these lines is which. Okay, so this is the line I want to get rid of. So let's get rid of this line. Yeah, you got it. Okay, so now let's just get rid of this line. Let's get rid of this line. Let's get rid of every line. They're all done. There's no lines. There's no more trains. We're done. Okay, we've deleted all the trains. Let's try this again. New train. Okay. Add a locomotive. Bye. Cool. Alright, set up line. I want it to connect to everything. Set. Go. Have fun. Be free. Oh, okay. Now, can I edit this line? Not really. I was hoping to, like, change it to edit what they do, like basically have a line that's passengers and mail, and then have a line that's just goods, freight, right? Because I kind of want to have different trains for freight trains and different trains for passenger trains, right? So I don't know how to do that. Hang on, so let's try setting up another train. So, new train. Let's do the exact same route. Loading. Aha! Okay, freight only. Okay. So now the other train, the other line. Can I edit it? I think I can. Okay, so let's let that particular run finish. And then we'll delete it and start over again, because I apparently can't edit a line in progress. I have to just make a new line. Which is very strange. Okay, so unload. Yep. Give me that money. Give me that money. Nope, stop, 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 stop. Manage train. Delete, delete, delete the train. Delete the wife. Okay, so that's our freight train, which is so far making no money. Like you do. Very cool, very cool. Okay, new train. And this is just passengers and mail. Okay. So now we've got a male line, and now we've got our female line. And we've got our supply station set up. Probably a lot of money, track too. Be worth it, though. Okay, so let's just chill for a minute and see, like, how this do. I guess I'll speed up time now that we're just watching to see how much I'm screwing this up. I have this really awful feeling this is like the worst possible way to do this. That it doesn't want you to set up loops, it just wants you to set up, you know, like individual lines. I noticed there's no turning around the train. That's true, that's true. We could travel with the train. Which is this button. Yeah, exactly, Bedwani. Which is something that didn't occur to me when I was setting up that circle loop. And then I actually watched one of the trains just flip, and it's like, oh, okay, they've got an abstracted crane or something like that. Okay, let's speed this up a little. Oh, I can't. Well, see, in Factorio, the way I finally ended up making our trains work is exactly what Trihexia just said. Put a locomotive on each side, right? Or make it a loop. Ah! Oh god, what's your biggest complaint with the game? I'm ready, I'm ready. I don't actually know. Let's go. So it looks like we have a maximum caboose size. I don't know what indicates that. Like, I'm sure one of these details somewhere says how much it can carry. But I don't see a thing saying what. What, like they don't do modern trains, Benwana? Yeah, I noticed that the highest end train at the very end of the tech tree is a diesel train. Okay, anyone want some corn? Hey, people do want corn. We're making money! We're making money! Oh my god. We're doing it. Money being made. It's money in my pocket. Yep, yep, yep. Oh god, a task is about to expire. What? Oh god, you're right. Omaha and Cheyenne. I don't think we can do that right now. We don't have the money. So, oh well. Where is Cheyenne? Cheyenne's right there. Well, let's assume that we don't want to do long-term investments. So why don't we just kind of set up a second line over here? And just kind of do that. That is going to be very expensive. That's... Ooh, it's 300 grand just for the train line. Just for the train line. Okay, let's set up a train station here. Because, you know, duh. There we go. And now let's wait a moment for some cash to come in. So we can afford that. How's our trains doing? Are we still making money? We're making money. We're making money on one of them. Random breakdown. Sweet. I love random breakdowns. Is this... What are you? That's our passenger and mail line. So is there a benefit to doing passengers and mail? Like, I kind of figured it would help with city growth, right? We don't make a lot of money off people. See, people ain't cargo. Did you know? Supply towers. Yeah, I have supply towers. Ah, it's Nameless Baron. Hi, Nameless Baron. Oh, yeah, they're refilling right now. Check it out. So what's the... Hey, Ben One Eye. What is the point of passenger trains, other than, like, tasks? Do they do something? Well, I get an answer to that. Pokemon, so put that towards PMD. Hitman, Blood Money, R. And Yakuza, Kiwami 2. Thank you, Baron. Always appreciate.
Perhaps the dream was too big, and with it, the prospect of profit. Union Pacific will have to recover from this setback, from your failure. Or not. Perhaps your failure is responsible for my downfall.
So, I just lost the first chapter. Now that makes sense. No, really, it does. I know this is going to sound strange, but, like, I was trying to develop, like, train infrastructure. And what the game wanted me to do was to connect Cheyenne to Omaha, which I could have done in, like, the first 3 minutes. Let's try that again. Please don't start me at the very beginning.
1863.
Greetings. My name is Thomas Clark Durand.
Oh, no.
Exactly. The
Oh,
head
no.
of Union Pacific.
Oh, no. Oh,
We
no.
will go down in history as the ones who created the Transcontinental Railroad.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
And
Shut
that,
up,
my
shut up,
friend,
shut up,
is
shut up,
your
shut up,
job
shut up,
as
shut up,
chief
shut up.
engineer. I can't supervise everything here on site right now, as I have to meet with some politicians in Washington.
Yep, you're very important, sir.
First, you should familiarize yourself with the basic controls. Move the camera in all directions. Now test the camera's zoom function. You can also rotate the camera. Give it a try.
Oh, yeah, I probably did save at some point. Oh, yeah, here. Sure. Didn't even think about that.
Ah, yes, and I seen you've blown almost all of your seed capital. I don't want to be like that, so I'm giving you a little cash injection. But be more careful from now on.
Shut up or die. Alright, so let's set up our train station over here. Alright, so... hang on, so we want... What's it he needs me to do? Omaha and North Platte, Omaha and Cheyenne. Okay, well, North Platte's right there, so let's just set up a station here. Oh, no, it actually has to be a train station, doesn't it? Okay. Let's actually set up on this end, like over here. The City Council of North Platte is refusing you permission to build a station as you haven't connected a station in Cheyenne yet. What? I didn't have that problem last time. That's weird. Okay, whatever. Go connect to Cheyenne. Oop. That costs $1.2 million just for the train line to Cheyenne. Okay. Let's pull that down. Okay, that pulls the cost down substantially. So does that. And now I guess I just sit here and make money for a second? What are you two doing? Being slow. Go. I mean, we are kind of going up to the Rockies. You know, right here. Ah! Unrest in New York. Yeah, we already saw that one. Pull that down a little bit, maybe. There we go. Do it. Build it. Build it. There. We did it. Task completed.
Those politicians in Washington get on one's nerves. But now let's get back to your tasks. As you can see, Cheyenne is still a little town hoping for an upswing caused by the railroad connection, but a city will only attract new inhabitants if it is supplied with enough goods. Cities receive basic goods from the surrounding area. If you construct stations in the right places and establish rail lines, your trains will be used to transport goods and you will make profits for transportation. But for this, you have to know what goods a city actually needs. You can find out any city's current needs. Now select Cheyenne and view the city's demand for goods.
Yeah, sure.
As you can see, Cheyenne currently needs only a handful of goods, and you can only deliver goods that are in demand. As the city grows, it will demand further goods. At the moment, you can supply grain and wood. Both of these goods are available to the north of Cheyenne. Connect Cheyenne to a timber business and a wheat farm, and establish a new rail line that connects them both to Cheyenne.
Okay. Maybe Dakota? I don't know. God, I am piss broke. So yeah, we're just gonna sit here for a while, let some money come in. Because, yeah, we need money. We are hemorrhaging money. Mm-hmm. This is what we call the sit here phase of most strategy games. Where you're just sitting there waiting for something to complete so you can, do something else. We've actually talked about this concept quite a bit. Honestly, I'm half tempted to delete this entire railway, because it doesn't seem to be doing anything. Oh, money. We're making money. Oh, the sweet, delicious money. Alright, how much is it going to cost to get this set up? Alright, that's a lot of money. Hang on. Let's see if we can make that price go down a bit, maybe. Yeah, I see our gradient there. I don't think we could fix that. No, maybe. Oh, we can go up there. That makes it better. There. 2% and 2% is as good as we're getting there, Ben One Eye. 2% gradient. Still costs 50 grand, so we're still just waiting. So how's your day going? What we should actually do is first we should connect North Platte, because that gets us a bonus. A really big bonus. Unfortunately, that's going to cost a lot of money. Stop me if you've heard this one before. I did get a Valentine heart from my niece yesterday, if that counts. The middle niece. That's true, Mook. Time to circumvent the globe. Oh, I can build a train station. There we go. Good planning. Okay. That's still expensive, but we can do this. The eldest is a teenager and therefore spends a lot of time in their room. What do you mean, Cure White Noise? Yeah?
Show you these sunglasses.
So now we're just gonna chill here, brother. Of course trains are a thing in a while. Come on. What do you take us for? Yeah, speaking of which, how is the new rig treating you, DZ Maven? Just kind of wait around. Waiting for money. We need to start robbing people. Can we do that? We run the trains. We can get away with it. We just walk up to someone, hey, give us your money. What? Give us your money. Okay, there we go. So hang on. So now... complete.
Good. That's finished. You're making progress.
Okay, got the big bonus. Now, let's go connect these things as proscribed. We don't have to think about loops because they automatically turn around. That really does change my strategy a lot. So, connect that. Build. Connect this to this. Build. Okay. Now I just need to get a line here. Sinus zombie. Yeah, that's, yes. Yes.
Well done. The city will soon grow. You can see how well it is being supplied at any time in the city dialogue. Basically, a city will grow once its demands are sufficiently met. I think you have learned enough. Complete the rest of your tasks.
Haven't I, though? I mean, I can do signal boxes. It's a whole other thing right there.
Yes, one more thing. Your company has also a research department to help you unlock new locomotives and other innovations. Open the research dialogue to find out more about it. Here you will find the advances that can be achieved in the current era. Advances from previous eras are usually already active, but what the future holds, we do not know.
But I do know.
Each advance,
It's right here.
you require innovation points, which you get automatically each month, and which can be increased in various ways. Now take a look around here, and then unlock an innovation of your choosing. How about a new locomotive? Excellent. Cheyenne is becoming a major railroad hub, and the credit is all ours.
Right. Well, you said to get a new direct. I'm just on rails. I'm just on rails.
Lining my own pockets. These are, of course, hideous lies. And look at it this way. With the profits I'm making, I can invest much more. Jobs, jobs, jobs.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one before.
I have to wrangle with a lot of competitors, but if one person really gets on my nerves, then it's that Beatrix von Pomp. What? You haven't encountered her yet? Be glad. She takes everyone to the cleaners.
Right. Okay, so what else do I'm going to do? Connect Omaha and Rock Springs and transport passengers from Cheyenne to Rock Springs. Okay. Okay. Yeah, speaking of which, I do want a supply thing here. What about here-ish? What? That's really strange, DC Maven. I hope that's something that can be quickly fixed. So there's Rock Springs, which is over there. That was gonna suck, isn't it? Okay. Sure. Okay, so okay. So we're just gonna have to tunnel. Like, I can't see any other way. Although we can't tunnel. Oh no, do we have to go around? Oh my god, we gotta go around the Rockies. Haha. Okay, okay. No, I can make this work. I can make this work. It's gotta scooch through this obviously made path here, specifically for us to be able to get through here. Kind of there. All right, pause for a sec. Let's make a train station. Why not? Why is that red? There we go. Okay, how bad is this? Not terrible? There, we can reduce the gradient to 1% if we do that. Okay. Yeah, build.
Now you've managed to cross the Great Plains. A masterpiece.
Uh-huh. So now we just need to transport people from Cheyenne to Rock Springs. Chief Executive Lormar is totally terrible. Complaints are growing in major cities that there are too many newspapers. There's so much news that people can barely cope with their daily lives. According to one recent survey, one newspaper a month is already too much of a good thing. Oh, what's that? What's that? Oh. Okay, so let's get up a new train. I want it to go from Cheyenne to Rock Springs, and that's it. And I want them to only be passengers and mail. Let's go ahead and set up one of our new lines, maybe? Because they'll be able to go over that. That being great, better. But lower passenger rating. Maybe we should have the higher passenger. Let's do the higher passenger rating. This is literally a passenger train. And let's go ahead and add a dining car, I guess. Okay. And off they go. Yep, I was right. The dining car takes up one of the cars. Okay. What are you talking about, Wolvero? Have you finally lost your mind, Wolvero? It's okay. I accept you. I embrace your insanity. Let's see. Increase bonuses for all employees. What does that mean? Oh, definitely Superman, Zach Taft. Well, let's go and grab it. See what it means. Okay, hang on. Let's get our new train ride. You. Where's the button? Where's the button? Okay, going over the... Ah, no! Okay, there's... Well, bye, Rock Springs. Yeah, this isn't great weather for this. Sorry, people. It's the Rockies. What can you do? Hey, Spartan. I mean, there's worse options, Zach Taft, so I'm with it. Anyways, there was a glitch, which is why the who's put money towards what sheet is down right now, Wolverine. I just deleted the whole thing. Yeah, I should have just blown up the mountains. I don't know what I was thinking. That'll give us a hell of a weather. What am I listening to? Did I set up a supply line? Oh, God. I don't think I set up a supply line on this. Hold up, hold up, hold up. Supply tower, supply tower. Okay, we got supplies. We're good, we're good. much does it run you, Braylon, if you were to do it? Let's refill. Oh, yeah. Give me that sweet, sweet water and or oil. And sand? Why do you need sand for a train, by the way? Real question. I know the other two. I don't get sand. No. I'm sorry, Brigman. I love you. I do not have that money right now. If I did, I would. Without hesitation. I'd just be like, bam, done. And then you'd hate me for the rest of your life, and it would be okay. I'd live with it. But I don't have a house, Brigman. I see a bunch of people waiting for the train. That's a good sign. It's a good sign. Please. Give me lots of passengers. Lots of passengers. Lots of passengers? Not a lot of passengers. Okay, that sucks. I need more passengers. Whatever, we'll figure that out. Alright, so right now we're just waiting on that to finish. So while we wait on that to finish, we can try to do an optional task, which is deliver cattle to Denver and meat to Cheyenne. Meat to Cheyenne, huh? That's doable. Okay, let's just do this. So let's do meat to Cheyenne. Let's add a new line. Omaha, straight to Cheyenne. No stops. Freight only. Yeah, freight only. And we'll do that. We'll do that on the new one, which is better for freight. Boom. Load that meat up. Ooh, new train, speaking of which. A lot of new trains, actually. I still don't know what a caboose is. What's a caboose? Yeah, where's my lines? Yeah, but oh my God, Maverick! Someone go just shove a donut down Maverick's throat right now for me, please. So it says bonuses for all employees, but I don't know what that means. In fact, I don't see a bonuses or an employee thing anywhere on this list. Thank you, Eva. Does it only apply to personnel, which it's worth noting I can't even hire yet? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. So we're just gonna leave the caboose alone for right now, because I don't know what that means. Okay, so we're delivering meat. What else can we do? Cattle to Denver. So the personnel button is grayed out right now, Ben. I'm guessing. So I've noticed this is one of those tutorials where like whole functionality doesn't exist until you unlock it, like until you're at that point. So I'm guessing it's just a mechanic that we can't do yet. God. Oh. Sorry, I'm not doing great today. Oof. Okay. Let's set up a station in Denver. And then let's set up a small station at this farm. And we're going to ignore all logic and reason, and we're just going to do a direct line between this cattle ranch and Denver. Whoops. All right, now let's adjust that line, because that's probably the worst line. Oh, actually, that's not too bad. It's only a 1% gradient, dude. Yeah, screw it. Do it. It's only $300,000. Bwong! Let's go ahead and set up a supply depot on that, because duh. Right there. Speaking of which, we should probably set up one over here while I'm thinking about it. Let's actually do two. Let's do one right here. Then one over on this stretch of dome. Wait, what's going on? What's going on? Breakdown. Bad condition? What? What? No, it's supposed to be a takedown, not a breakdown. Whatever. I think we're still making money. We are. Woo! Alright. We've got those set up. We got those set up. We need to get set up a line. What's a maintenance shed? Alright, so hang on. Set it up from the cattle farm. You know, I probably could have set it up from this cattle farm over here. It's still late. It's still late. It's whatever. It's whatever. We're fine. We're fine. Freight only, please. Alright, and we're loading the cattle. Alright, we got this. I did wall rail, but then I was very stupid. My brain exploded. Inside out at the same time. It was very terrifying. So. Impossible creatures. RNC3, Arsenal. Thank you for putting the subtitle there. I appreciate it. And Sly Collection. Thank you, Wolverine, very much. That's true! I'm a moron! I'm a moron this morning. No! Okay. Thank you, Wolverine. Appreciate you. Sorry for not noticing it earlier. I mean, I noticed it, but not writing it down earlier. I really should have just set this up over here. God, I'm so stupid. Whatever. It's already done. It's already done. I'm just gonna live with it. Sure, whatever. Fine. Shut up. Not you guys. You're cool. Okay, so we haven't delivered any cattle or meat yet? Really? Oh god, it hasn't made one trip yet. You know what I really should have done is I should have set up a cattle farm here and then set up a meat thing from Denver to Cheyenne. That would have been a lot cheaper and easier. Look, I'm learning, okay? I'm learning. I'm working here. I'm working on it. Are they at least deliver? Okay, they're delivering. There's deliveries happening. We're making money. Money, money. We're breaking down. I love breaking down. Bad condition. Why do we keep having breakdowns from bad condition? God. There's definitely no utility. Can we even make a ship? Okay, there's a maintenance station. Oh my god, that's expensive as hell. Okay. How do we build in a town? I'm trying to remember. There was a way to build in the town, and that was several tutorials ago. Well, yeah, is that it though? The maintenance station? No, that's a different thing. I swear there was a thing for that. There's a bunch of tourist sites. What's a museum do? Increases satisfaction of citizens. Okay. University increases your monthly innovation points by 4. Apparently Cheyenne does not want a university. Good to know. Oh god, okay. Are we at least doing our tasks? Yes. Some of the meat has been delivered. Cattle isn't here yet. Passengers, we're getting there. Cattle's coming. Very, very slowly. It's taking a minute. It's coming. It's coming. Asking the cattle ranch to bring cattle. This is actually a real life thing that happened. Not because of incompetence, actually. It was because of deliberate malfeasance. Where people would deliberately ship stuff. I forget the exact route. It was oranges. It was the one I used to know in specific. They would ship oranges from Florida to, like, California, process them into orange juice, then ship the orange juice back to Florida to sell it. Breakdown! Bad condition. Why is everything breaking down? Why are all of my trains breaking down? I don't understand. I don't know how to fix this. Okay. I don't know how to maintain! I don't know how to do maintenance! Nothing has told me how to do maintenance. There's like a giant, gargantuan building of death, which I can build, and connect to a train hub to do a maintenance thing. Upgrade. I can upgrade a station. How do I upgrade a station? That's how we do it. Thank you, Ben One Eye. I knew it actually tutorialized this, but that was a minute ago. Okay. Construct maintenance building. Yes! Yes. God, yes, please. Stop breaking down. Quit it. Okay, let's set up several of those, because I'm sick of my stations breaking down. Just blow all my money on maintaining my trains. Look! Playtable. They can live with it. They're fine. They're fine. Okay, let's set up a maintenance station over here. There we go. Okay. I mean, ideally, I'd probably set them up in every station, too. But that is 80 grand per station, and I am broke. But that's okay. Because now all I'm doing is waiting for my stuff to finish. Reduce maintenance requirements for locomotive. Yes! Yes. Absolutely. Reduce maintenance requirements again. Yes! Yes, yes. Good, good. What's this? What's that? Breakdown, bad condition. I just gave you the maintenance place! I just spent $80,000 on your sorry hide. What? What is this town? What do you want? Brewery's leveling up, I think. It's hard to tell. I think it's leveling up? God, I don't know. Do I own that brewery? I need to make sure I own all these factories. I want to make sure I own every town. I want every person in my pocket. Not as a metaphor, like physically. I've got really big pockets.
Thanks to you.
Woo!
And for each mile of track that we lay, we receive 10 square miles of land. The
What?
politicians have no idea of the value of the assets they're giving away, but that stays between us.
What? The Kelly Ranch wants me to buy them out? So I can just buy a property? But, like, hold on. What's the difference between it being my ranch versus someone else's ranch?
Well done. The citizens of Denver are impressed by the railroad.
Damn it, Lord Harriman. Well, we're still transiting people. Okay, well, okay, so we do get at least some of the money back. That's good. That's actually really good. I don't think that's 100% recovery, but that's good. And I'm with it. Okay, so like, what I could do... yeah, I'll buy the meat industry in Denver. Sure, why not? So now... Okay, so that is now... The different icon indicates it's someone else, but now it's owned by me. So now I own the meat processing factory, and I own the local cattle ranch. Am I evil? Like, is that what this is? I just... Is this the reality I'm currently living in? I need someone to treat me straight. Just tell me honestly, am I the bad guy here? So let's connect between Kelly's Ranch and Denver. Just freight. I want to add a loco. What's this one good at? So this is... Oh, wow. What is that thing? That's terrible. That has no traction power whatsoever. Look at that. Look, Lord Harry. What? Look, okay, fine. I'm evil. Whatever. Here, have some money. Go away. Leave me alone. So, freight, express. What does express mean? Oh, it's really fast. Like, that's noticeably fast. So that's like for short hops. Probably for passengers and stuff. So we'll go ahead and go with El Cheapo, because we're evil. Who wants... Hang on. Surely there's a way to see, like, demand, right? Surely there's a way to see demand without just...
Progress is enormous. The far west is no longer so far away anymore, and the people are slowly realizing that trade helps create prospering cities. We still have a long way to go, but the Transcontinental Railroad is coming.
Well, we won. We did it!
In spite of all the challenges, the Union Pacific Railroad managed to cross the endless expanses of the Great Plains and conquer the merciless slopes of the Rocky Mountains. The Central Pacific Railroad approached from the west, but the winter of 1868 brought all work to a standstill.
No! My work!
The two lines lay just a few hundred miles across from each other, in the middle of nowhere in the mountains.
Oh my god. Please don't make those people work in this
The
weather.
dream of the first transcontinental railroad seemed to be within touching distance, but was buried by house-high masses of snow and blown away by icy snowstorms. A dream that had begun almost 4 decades before.
Oh, well, they're not even people then, Maverick. We actually scored pretty well. I'm a little surprised by that. That's true, Blade Travel. This game is already better than... oh, God. Romance of the Three Kingdoms 14. I had to think of the whole name of that stupid game. Hang on 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. There we go. Okay. We did good though. Like I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to get a feel for how the game operates, because this is going to sound really strange, but it's more gamified than I was expecting. What I mean by that is there's kind of a... I usually talk about this with racing games, right? In racing games, there's a fairly clear gradient between stuff that's like super simulatory over here and then super bonkers crazy over here, right? And I was honestly, because most management sims tend to be a little bit closer to the left side, right? So closer to more simmy, more realistic. And so I was sort of expecting more of that here. That's not a bad thing, it's worth noting. It's just a lot of my early decisions were based on, oh, I have to deal with this, this, and that, and I didn't. We have unlocked Chapter 2. What, Mook? Sorry. Amusement. That is hysterical, Mook. Let's at least poke at the second chapter here. Let's poke at this. This chapter is about modest beginnings of railroads. Is this rewinding in time? Ah! It is. That was 1863. This is 1830. So we have just gone back 3 decades. So this is about the modest beginnings of the railroads, but how they quickly revolutionized transportation in the U.S., helping to revive prosperity of the industrial sectors on the East Coast. While you're building your first railroad empire and leading your tracks further towards the west of the Great Lakes, you'll learn about the economic systems behind the railway empire. Philip Evans Thomas, well-known railroad enthusiast, will be right by your side. There's the Civil War. There's the Mississippi, 1850. And there's Sierra Nevada. Nevada. That's chapter 5. Well, like I said, let's poke at this. Oh, hey. So we got... So, pause mode. From now on, I'm going to set that to manual. I like being able to hit space. Rail network. Trains must wait for each other. You need parallel tracks, switches, and signals. Or... trains can pass each other. Or... the AI only uses the regular track network, but has to pay more. What do we think? Should we go ahead? Should we just turn off? Should we just abstract? Also, I noticed there's some other pretty cool options here, like starting capital, starting city, how many competitors, the difficulty of the enemy, whether there is snow, which is interesting, whether there's territories, don't know what that means, and whether there's travelers, don't know what that means yet. But for now, I don't know. Ben White, what do you think? What do you think? I'll let you decide. All eyes turn towards Ben. One eye. Let's see here. Which rail network option do you think we should use for Chapter 2? Realistic or normal? I'm ambivalent. It's whatever, so whatever you want to pick there. But it's allowing us the option now, whereas it didn't before. Okay, I'm with it. Let's do it.
Meticulous planning, tables, figures, and hard facts.
So we're still stuck as playing Dude Face here.
In 1830, the prosperous industrial centers on the east coast of the United States of America were poorly connected to the mainland. Insufficiently developed toll roads and slow ship canals were the only options when making long journeys. Farmers, businessmen, and travelers lamented these long, arduous, and above all, unsafe transport routes. They were not only an inconvenience for travelers, but also shackles on an emergent nation's hunger to grow. But at this time, a development from England was taking its first steps and helped keep alive the hope of many cities in the East of reaching greater economic influence and growth.
I've been waiting for you. I'm Philip Evan Thomas. It's always been my dream to build a railroad to the Ohio River and beyond. That would help everyone, both the settlers and the natives.
Good night, Evo.
And I need your help with that.
Sleep, Evo.
First of all, I have 2 tasks for you in order to build a base from where we can monitor further activities. But as I learned back when I was a bank clerk, the books must always balance. So take care to make a profit, even with these preliminary assignments.
The appellations look kind of weird here. I don't know. Oh yeah, we can pause. We can pause. We have access to a pause. All right, where are we? Where are we? So there's Pittsburgh. I guess oh, it's the Great Lakes. Where the hell? There's Buffalo, 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 Buffalo. There's New York. There's Baltimore. It's gotta be like around here, right? Where's Pennsylvania? Like you'd think it'd be here. Oh, there's our competitor. We actually have a competitor for the first time. Connecting Charlotte and Augusta, looks like. Oh, we have another competitor, excuse me. Up here, connecting New York and Albany. And we are stuck in Baltimore. All right, what do we got? Connect Baltimore to Washington. Connect 3 businesses to the rail network. Okay. Well, what does Baltimore want? What's your demand? They want grain, cattle, and corn. And we're just going to stop there. Grain, cattle, and corn. There's grain. There's cattle. Corn's going to be a bit of a trip. Do we have access to bridges? Like, is that a thing we can do? Hello, dear sister. What neatest? What's the issue here?
I'm making sure you ordered food.
Yeah. Thanks. I'm trying to figure out if we have bridges because I want to get my cattle to my city. Can I just?
Where's the buildy part?
Well, it's. No, okay, hang on. So I need a train station, small train station. So let's set up this. Set up like that. There we go. And then... Okay, we do. We have bridges. We have bridges! Woo! Okay.
Click.
Well, now hang on. So what I was thinking, and then when I jump in this, so...
Is that a dairy processing facility?
Yeah, that's dairy, that's like vegetables, that's grain. So we want grain, cattle, and corn. Corn is way... like up here? Yeah, there it is. Way up here. So what I was thinking is, because we don't want too much of each, right? We could do one line and one train. So corn down to grain, down to cattle,
Over to
town.
milk. No, to milk first.
We don't need milk. Do we need milk? Actually, sorry, that's a good question. Hang
You
on.
will need milk eventually.
I don't know that, though. We're still in the tutorial. Okay, milk. We do have a demand for milk, but we apparently have milk present? Do we have milk coming in?
No, you have no demand for milk. You have milk in storage.
No, we have 0.5 demand right there.
Oh.
I know, this isn't very parsable. We are producing meat.
Somehow.
Well, I think that's just, we're just with whatever stock we have.
You have demand of cow.
We do have demand of cow. We need cow. We need a lot of cow. See, that's the other thing. Like, we need a lot of... Hi, declare. Maybe I should.
You might as well just make it go through.
We also don't
milk.
own these. No, I have not, declare. Can I buy this?
That way you don't have to do it later, is my point.
I get you. I do. But that's about we might as well get vegetables. Do they care
Yeah,
about
get
vegetables?
all of it.
They care about vegetables? Hang on.
It's all right there, so you just...
Hang on. Let's see if they care. They do. They have no vegetables at all, and they have a demand for vegetables. Okay, you know what? Sure, let's commit to this. So, hang on. What are these?
Fruit. They probably also want fruit. What are you playing?
This is called Railway Empire.
Is it any good? Do you know yet? You're still in the tutorial.
Yeah, that. There's definitely some negative issues, like the interface is really wonky. For example, okay, so that's a bad example. But let's say I go to build this.
He has quack.
So, real quick.
Probably those two.
I am building a train, okay?
Okay.
What do I do to stop building? I want to cancel out of this. What do I press?
Left click.
Okay, so no. But for real.
Escape.
There you go. Perfect. So
Alt
escape.
F4.
No! Jokes aside, though, you hit escape, right? It's immediate. It's an intuitive thing. I want to back out.
Well, no.
This is what happens when you hit escape. It pulls up the menu.
Well, that's not helpful.
How you back out is you hit right-click. Unless you're in the city window. And if you're in the city window, you hit escape and it backs out. I have a term for that. It's called inconsistent drilling and tunneling. Where what up and down is changes based on what menu you're at. It's the bane of too many games. No offense, Ben, what so... What? I do overall like the game. So far, I'm enjoying myself. Kenix Cow says, hi, Zan.
Hi, Kenix Cow.
That's a really good question, Benwana, because I know B
Oops.
is build train depot stuff.
Did I throw your pajamas on the floor?
No, and it's fine. It Wait, there really isn't one? No, there is. T. Wait. No, there isn't. Oh my god, you're right, there isn't. Why isn't there a button for that? And also, there's nothing that indicates. There's no rebinding. There's no rebinding, and there's nothing that indicates what button does what. And hang on, my sister is probably cold. So I'm going to close the window really quick. Because I know
I am under the covers.
from experience it's colder over here, away from the giant heater, the other giant heater, and the literal heater. Let's just...
I also didn't shut your door.
Well, we can fix that. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I've been trying not to use hotkeys because, as you have pointed out, there are some lack of hotkeys. I like the core mechanics so far. Like, I like the idea. Oh god, our rival is like right there. We gotta kill him. We've gotta kill him. I mean, we're a railroad baron. We could get away with that, right?
Probably.
We just walk out in the front seat. Hey, I run the local rail. And just shotgun his head right off. And people be like, okay, cool.
Maybe not that.
No, we can do it. We got this. So I agree with Sis's idea. Let's connect everything before our competitors do the same. It's not enough to make money. We must make all of the money. The most effective
Do you have
tool.
to build a train station at every one of those things?
Yes, I do. And I have to think about the rail lines too while I'm doing it, because I'm going to want to go over here to get these veggies. And then I'm going to want to come here and pick up the milk. There we go. That was actually pretty expensive.
But now you have all the things.
We do. Well, we got to set up the lines first. We got. Okay, so let's do. Oh, there we go. Nope, that's good. Construct. I don't know what anyone like. People talk about how hard it is building trains and railways. I think they're on crack. It's a button press. That is a hell of a slope. There we go. So if we spend. Oh Jesus. Okay, so I've got two options. I can build a tunnel through the Appalachians, which will reduce the gradient to 3%. Or I could go over the Appalachians, which will push the gradient up to 8%.
They went over them.
I was about to say it's cheaper, but it's actually not cheaper to not do the tunnel. So we're actually just going to do the tunnel. That is a third of my money for that tunnel. A third of my entire money ever. All the money. Thankfully, the rest of these are pretty cheap, because holy crap. I am just draining my money here. Let's come in on the far right. There we go. Or far left, excuse me. So that was like 2/3 of my money. That's a good point. I need to make sure other people make less money. Even if I am making less money, they're making less money, and that means I have won. Oh my god, that's our train? Okay. Okay, so... Okay. Done. There's our train. There's our line. Get to it. Can you do that? Is it physically possible for you to do this, Mr. Train? Whoop, wrong button. It's okay, we're an American train. Whoop, I keep hitting the wrong button. There we go. Oh yeah, look at all that corn. Look at all that juicy corn. We should probably actually set up some supply depots and whatnot. With what tiny scraps of money we have left. I'm gonna do my old standby and just do one per hop. Like this. I don't know how necessary that is. If anyone is gonna tell me I'm stupid for doing this, it's okay, I accept it. That was a lot of money, but we did it. We should probably go ahead and set up a maintenance bay here, too. Yep, there we go. We're just going to do the one for right now. Okay. I think we're loaded down on corn, unfortunately, so I think I may need to figure this out. So the most modern train I saw in the tech tree, J. Palmer, was a diesel. In fact, if you give me a second, I think I can show it to you. Yeah, this sucker right here, the EMDE unit, which is a diesel. We've got a Hudson in there, the Super Hudson, oh my gosh. Santa Fe, Mikado, Old Mod. There's the Pacific. And I'm pretty sure we are currently using, yep, the actual worst train in the game, which is the Grasshopper. It's... oof. Yeah. We're developing a lot of innovation per month. That's actually pretty good. Can we increase that? I mean, we could, but like, how much would that cost? Ugh. Apparently, the city does not have a valid construction site for me to build the university in it. Everyone gets to keep being stupid. Oh well. Alright, just for you, Ben One Eye. Going through the Appalachians. Yep, this isn't terrifying. Barely tested technology. Brand new sci-fi technology. Called a coal engine. Going through a tunnel which is being supported by wooden beams underneath a mountain. Really? A wood-burning train. Oh, God. Well, no, that's... I always find it amusing, speaking of someone who was born in the 80s, to think of the term sci-fi as it used to be applied, you know. They've got this brand new sci-fi technology. It's called tank. Early 1900s. In all honesty, Nameless Baron mentioned this earlier. Trains were a hell of a sea change. Good and bad. Are we picking anything up here? Because we kind of don't have room, I think. Because we loaded down on corn. Can we, like, tell them to not just load corn? I don't think we can, actually. Yeah, we just have corn. We have nothing but corn. How do I...
How did you only get corn? Did you connect everything?
Yes, but the thing is, the train only has so many...
The train is full.
Yeah, the train is full at the first stop, which is corn. And so I'm trying to figure out how to, like, limit it so they pick up a little bit of everything. Oh, God, there was a manual loading option. Oh, no. Okay, yeah.
Is there... can you... Lord, you bled through that Band-Aid.
Did I really?
Yeah. It
Ugh.
looks like it stopped. It
Head
didn't
wounds. Okay, there's
completely saturate it, but it
manual loading. Okay, here we go. And can I, like... Aha! Okay, I can do... Okay, so corn.
not only corn.
Yeah, not all the... So...
Give me 2 corn.
Okay.
And 2 fruit.
Yep,
And 2
no.
vegetable.
I might have to do, like, less than 2, because there's so many. 1 cow,
How many
1
things
milk.
can you hold?
That many, which is 8, looks like. So let's get rid of one of the corn.
One of everything.
I
Because there was corn, fruit, cow,
Ah.
meat, vegetables, and milk. There were 6 things. So you can have 2 of 2 things.
Hang on, so let's go ahead and scooch ahead here. I'm pretty sure they wanted cows the most, like, by far. And we actually have a meat packing plant there, too. So we're going to make cows the one thing that is more than 1.
Okay, so you can have 3 cow.
Yeah, 3 cow and then 1 of everything else. There, okay.
You get 3 cow.
The train...
Not 3 cows. 3 cow. Singular.
I mean, probably Jay Palmer. I don't know when milk entered... Like, I don't know the history of milk.
We've been drinking milk for as long as we've been domesticating animals.
Yeah, but I don't know the history of it. I don't know anything about it.
Every culture everywhere drinks milk from whatever they happen to have on hand. So, like, in Mongolia, they drink horse milk.
Well, I knew about that one, because
They
they
drink sheep
did everything
milk.
with their
They
freaking horses.
drink cow milk. They drink goat milk. They drink... if we can milk it, chances are we drink it.
Okay, so hang on. So they're being serviced. Okay, train's heading out. Good, good, good. Is it... It shouldn't... Oh, no, it's going back out. Oh, no.
I don't know what.
Well, I don't want it to pick up milk going back to the corn farm. Okay, it didn't. It didn't. We're good, we're good.
Why would it matter? You've set a limit on it. So it would just pick up the milk first. Even if it did pick
think-
it up on the reverse.
Wait, that's going to be too slow. Sorry, Ben, what I want to say. C. I want to see. So far we're losing money on this train, by the way.
Make a bigger train so you can pick up...
There's no bigger train. Oh my god, our competitors. Our competitors have also connected to this freaking So now there's
Are
two
they
train
using
lines.
your railway?
No, I don't think they can, actually.
Okay. Well, there's that at least.
Yeah, they're... Oh, those dickheads. Do goods expire? I sure hope not. Okay, we're just going to watch this for a second. Because, yeah. Oh, that's true. Rural stations can't accept goods. Which makes sense. Wait, what? What? Pass. I don't care. I don't care. I don't want to auction. I don't want to auction. Okay, so let's see. Because the problem is, the reason we're losing money is because Indian resettlement bill passed. What? Hang on, hang on. The reason we're losing money is because it was just corn. So we need to see what a full load looks like. But hang on. The long-disputed act on the resettlement of Indian tribes east of the Mississippi comes into force today. The government now has the power to carry out negotiations with affected tribes about their voluntary resettlement. Andrew Jackson told critics of the bill that progress is needed in order to move forward. 12-year-old runs marathon. Lucy from New York wanted to take part in a 3-mile race when she accidentally joined the wrong group. Although noticing her mistake while running, she decided to keep going. Robber gives away gun. Small-scale theft is apparently stressful. When Jimmy Smith entered the Union Bank to rob it, he took a bag and a gun with him. Instead of the bag, he gave the cashier his weapon. When he realized what he'd done, he ran away. Okay. Roger Winters traveled for business to the West Coast, leaving behind his dog, wife, and child. One morning, there was a scratching at his door, and his dog, Lassie, had followed him the whole way. I think I've seen that film. Yeah, that's... Okay, okay. Wait, why doesn't it have... Why didn't they pick up corn? Why didn't they pick up corn? Why didn't he pick up corn? Why didn't he pick up the corn? I don't understand why I didn't pick up the corn. Is there an apply loadout? Oh god, I'm trying to find, like... I'm trying to... Oh god, I don't know how to do things. Hang on. First of all, I don't think they... Yeah, they've got plenty of corn. They've got 22 corn lying around. And they make over 1 a week. They're fine. Okay. Train list. Yep, okay. We're losing more money now because we didn't pick up any corn. We'll call this the pick up the corn line, just so I know what that is. Okay, how do I don't know how to get to the menu I was just at. Oh my god, I was just at this menu and I don't know how to reach it again. I don't know how to reach the menu. There was a menu where I could set up the loadouts to determine whether it was manual load or freight load, and I don't know how I reached that menu. I was literally just in the menu, and I don't remember how I got there. On the train line window. Okay. Oh, here we go. It's setting up a new line, does it? What does that mean? What's that? What's that error? What is that error message? Why is there an error? It doesn't even tell what the error message is. It just says there's an error message. Okay. Okay. car cannot be reserved for this freight as the incoming freight is not in demand here and so cannot be unloaded? What? Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it.
You have too much cow?
There.
What happened?
Okay, so there's an incoming and a departing. And that makes sense. But since I only have one line, it didn't even occur to me to set that up. So I have to set Baltimore as the unload spot.
So the reason it didn't pick up more corn is because it still had the corn from before.
Yeah, so...
That explains why you're losing money, because you weren't getting rid of it.
Yeah, and there's just a train carting around corn around the entire Northeast here. Okay. Okay, so... Yes. Oh, also, hang on, hold up. I just noticed maximum number of cars is set to 0. That might be part of the problem. Why is it... I don't understand what's going on. What do you mean minimum? No, sorry, it's actually minimum number of cars. That makes even less sense. I'm just going to set everything to 8, because I don't know why that would be anything else. I want my money. Don't worry. It's the corn on demand. It's the corn train. It's like the ice cream truck, right? It's like the ice cream truck. Corn! Ling, 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 ling. Corn, corn. Ding, ling, ling, ling. And everyone runs up to the station. Can I get a double Hawker leaf? Self-buttered? And, do you got any Razzle Fruities? Yeah, here you go, Razzle Fruities. Hey, thanks! Oh, God. Okay. So let's see if that works.
Wait for 5 minutes.
I was gonna say,
train
the train has to get all the way back to Baltimore. So let's just give us a minute.
So what are you playing as?
An evil railroad baron.
Who's based in Baltimore.
Yeah, at the moment.
And your rival is based in New York City?
Yep, and my other rival's down in... Oh, where was that?
Way the fuck south?
Yeah,
well, you
Charlotte.
should ally with the northern and
crush him like a bug. I like the idea.
Crush the one in the south like a bug, yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good idea, yeah.
Ally with the northern.
Down with the south. Sorry.
You need to root them out before the secession becomes a problem.
Yes. Which is funny because there is a Civil War scenario here. Where's my train? What is my train doing? What are you doing? Why are you sitting here doing nothing? What is happening?
It's picking up. We're dropping off corn. Is it in Baltimore?
He is sitting there. It says he's being loaded, but nothing's happening. He's just sitting there. What?
Is there no corn there to be picked up?
There's plenty, I think. There's 13, this is preserves, actually. There's 13 preserves here, and they're making one a week. And it's just sitting there. Why haven't you not left?
Have you designated this as a pickup station?
They've already picked it up. That's the weird thing. They've already picked it up. Okay.
Maybe it's refueling.
But that's not where you refuel. Huh?
Maybe it ran out of fuel. Okay,
what is happening here? What's going on? Okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, no, hang on. I think I figured it out. Okay, so this is a thing. Okay, hang on.
Figure it out.
Maybe. Hang on. So an oncoming train. Okay, select one of the types of freight on offer to load this wagon. Corn. Okay. Then do not offload the corn. No, wait, no, stop. Don't offload the... Just sit on the corn. Just have the corn. It's fine. Then go down here. Okay, we load the grain. And then we load the vegetables. And then we load the cattle. And then the cattle. And then the cattle and the cattle. Right, no, actually, no. Hang on.
3 cows.
Sorry, yeah, because I forgot about the milk. And then we get to Baltimore. And then you offload everything. Okay. Save. Unpause. Okay, they picked up 2 preserves. It's not what I want. And now they're sitting there. Now that they have 2... What are you doing?
What's our food get here?
Hang on. a while from now. Jesus, like 20 minutes. It's oh. Okay, so I actually think I figured it out. I think I know what's going
you
on.
figured it out before.
Yep. Yep.
Go, train, go.
This is Late Devel says, I don't know about you, but I'm having fun watching you fumble about blindly.
I'm having fun watching him fumble about blindly too, Blake.
Oh, great. I hope this was worth it, Ben One Eye. I hope this is everything you always dreamed of. Oh my god. Put a blindfold on. You know what? Here, I'll just take my glasses off. I am practically... Oh, that's worse. I can't read anything. I can't read anything at all on that screen.
You're paused again. You're not moving.
Good. Because I can't read a single thing I'm looking at. Okay.
I wonder if every time you pause, they pick up a new... Every time you unpause, they pick up a new preserve.
It would be really funny if that was true. But no, I actually do have an idea. So I have it set to manual loading, right? I'm going to set to freight only. Because I think... So, okay. My assumption was that I couldn't edit the freight, like the specific freight, without being on manual. And I have this awful feeling that actually there's a button somewhere that I can't find to load the train manually. I don't know what that button is. So we're going to set it to automatic.
We're going to see if it picks up all of the jam.
Looks like we're still... Well, no, because, like, that's not good. No, hang on.
What?
Okay, no, I got it. Okay, so I was right. Setting it to manual does let you change it, but what we can do is limit how many rail cars each stop gets. So we'll just limit each stop to one rail car, except for the cattle. How do you manually load? Okay, and then down to 3 for the cattle, and then 1 for you. And then, yeah. Yes. Save changes. Unpause. Unpause. They're moving! Oh my god, the train! This really is just Factorio all over again. Oh yeah, here we go. Yep. This is terrifying. Just picture being on this train. Ah!
Factorio figuring it out from like...
Oh my god.
Blah, they didn't tell me that.
Yep.
Hey,
Have you done
work hard,
Factorio on the stream
and
yet?
you can work for me.
Hang on. The guy was being a dick. What?
Have you done Factorio on the stream yet?
Not yet, no. I can set it to night. Hang on. Let me set it to night here. If I can remember where to do that. There we go. Oh yeah. That's the stuff right there. Go to front view. I didn't know we had a front. Oh my god!
This feels uncomfortable.
It's fine. It's
I
fine.
can just hear.
Yeah. It's got good sound effects. It's pretty good.
No, visually.
Oh,
Seeing the
yeah.
visual
Yeah.
making me hear the.
There's our
We're
rear.
getting to a stop.
Are we gonna load? Are we gonna load? Hang on. Are we gonna load? No. They.
But remember, you already had too many fruit trays.
But
So maybe you had fruit.
no.
in
But
your-
that was
Was that cows?
no. That was wheat. Why did you pick up the wheat?
We might have fruit preserves in the wheat car. Because we picked up extra, remember?
I don't understand. Why did you pick up the wheat?
Go to cows and see if it picks up there.
I mean, at this point, well, I gotta wait for him to get back to town, anyways, to do anything really. Okay, hang on. Let's center. Okay, are they gonna pick up? What is this? This is vegetables. They did not pick up vegetables. Why?
Maybe they don't pick them up at night.
Why?
Send it back to daytime.
Oh, God.
Quick, before you get to cows.
Okay, there we go. It's daytime. We have day. I repeat, we have day. Please pick up the cows. And they've got 2 things of freaking fruit. Like, the most biodegradable thing you could possibly have. They have 2 things of freaking fruit. Okay. Will they pick up cattle? Dramatic pause. Oh my god! Wait, what?
What's it say?
Oh my god! No! Oh! Ah! Okay. So they picked up 1 cattle. Do you know why?
Woohoo!
Because they already had 2 carts. Do you get it?
No.
I said they could have 3 cars at this station.
Oh no!
So I have to sell 1 car, then 2 cars, then 3 cars, then 4 cars, then 5 cars. Then Okay. So hang on. We might have figured this out. Okay, so 1 car is good for there, and then 2 for here, and then 3 for here, 4 for here, 7 for here, and then 8 for here. Set.
Okay,
Set.
now let's see if
Go.
it picks up whatever the fuck the last station.
Well, it should be
is.
milk, and it should pick up milk. This is it. We're gonna make this happen.
This is the best tutorial.
This is the best tutorial. This is 1830. Ben One Eye. Oh my god.
So we're still making our bridges and railways out of cast iron.
Yeah. Yes, we are actually unironically still in a tutorial map.
This is the best tutorial I've ever heard.
Okay, they didn't pick up any milk
Thank
at
you.
all. Why did you pick up any milk? Why did you pick up? Why? Why didn't you pick up milk? I am hemorrhaging money on this stupid line because they keep carting around nothing. Corn and 2 things of fruit and 1 thing of cattle and no milk and nothing else. Why? Okay,
Will we unload?
let's unload. Well, we had a whole 8 cars earlier, Dakota, of just corn. Okay, so we unloaded. Good. Servicing. Okay, we made a microscopic amount of money, which means we're still losing money. We're servicing the train because it's been in service for a while. Just sitting out there as I'm like, no, do this, do this. Okay. So hang on, they're gonna head back.
See if we pick up milk on the way there, because if we do, we're gonna get 8 cars.
Oh no! You're right. We're gonna get 8 cars of milk. Okay, they didn't stop. That's a good thing.
Okay.
We're okay. Wait. Oh no, they're just refilling. We're good.
Okay. We didn't stop at cow.
No, I don't put people on the tracks, Trihexia. Although I guess I could. Yeah, I did notice that we have health bars for the engines earlier. Yeah, right there. It's bleeding through its health because it's such a crap car engine thing. Yeah, I put cows on tracks. No, that's actually fun story. You know those like weird wedge-looking things in front of the trains? Yeah, those got invented for a reason. I'm not going to tell you that reason. You can look that up if you want to. Yeah, they're called cattle guards. That's the only hint I'm giving you. Okay, we're almost back to corn. My favorite part is the name of the line is the pick up the corn line.
That's what you named
That's
it?
what I named it, so I can remember which one it was.
That's why I'm picking up all the corn.
But it hasn't... Okay. New locomotive is thundering across the plains of America. The John Bull was built in an English workshop by Robert Stevenson and transported across the Atlantic by ship. Every day since its assembly, John Bull has been in successful operation. The construction of the horizontal boiler has already been tested on English locomotives. It's very superior to machines with vertical boilers. And it's certainly more forward-looking. Man forgets trousers. Elijah Dixie has been known for his proper demeanor and good behavior. This went out the window yesterday when he suddenly appeared in office without any pants. When asked, he said he simply had forgotten. Okay. We picked up 1 corn. As it should. Okay. Okay. The Dreamliner at full steam. John Bull hits 21 miles an hour. Complaints are growing in some major cities. There's too many newspapers. Anyways. Let's hit our research, actually, really quick. Because, yeah, we could probably use a better train than this pile of junk. You need to unlock 3 innovations to unlock the new train? Why? Okay, fine. Let's get the thing that makes it so we make more money for freight. Okay. Increase the power of our locomotives. Yes. And detonator provides additional safety. The detonator provides additional safety.
Yeah. Because then you're not blowing things up by lighting them right next to them as you blow holes in tunnels.
Very confused by this.
Detonators make excavating safer.
I'm very confused by this. Whatever, we're gonna go with it. 'Cause, yeah. And now we can't afford the new train, of course. Thanks, game. Whatever. Okay, okay. Okay. So. This is it. This is it.
We have our corn.
We're gonna lose all kinds of bonuses because it's taken me so long to get a lot. Okay, okay. We picked up 1 fruit. We did it. We picked up a fruit. Okay, 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 okay. This might be it. This might be the run. We might have spent the entire freaking scenario, like several years in game, setting this up. Okay, we picked it up. We picked up wheat. Okay.
Baltimore is starving.
I like to
death.
drink wine more than I used to.
I want you to know
Anyway,
that.
I'm drinking more.
Hey, it's the rival train guy again.
Yep, and he's telling me he likes to drink wine. Thanks for the info, I guess. That is a huge field. Look at that. Good lord.
Is that the Atlantic Ocean?
Yeah.
Hi, Atlantic Ocean.
Okay, cattle. Should be 3 cows. Hey, 3 cows. Oh my god. I think this is it. We're finish line. Finish line. Oh, hang on. Gotta refuel. Gotta refuel.
It's a long trip.
It is a long trip. Yep, yep. And it's a piece of crap engine. We didn't get, why didn't we pick up the fuel? Hold up. And by fuel, I mean, why didn't we pick this up? Why is that set to 2? Why is this set to 2? This should be 8. I hate everything. See you around, Jake Palmer. I think it is actually working, because that was set to 2 instead of 8 for some strange reason. But I think it's working.
See if you unload.
Yeah, let's see if we unload and do our maintenance and all that fun stuff. Okay, everything's unloaded.
Woohoo!
It's being serviced. We actually made some money for, I think, the first time in the game. Yeah, we're making a pittance of money, but we are making money, which means Baltimore should actually be expanding now, which is the whole goal of all of that, was to make Baltimore start to grow. So we're starting to fulfill needs, which is good. It's very good. They have too much clothing and meat. That's a strange problem to have. Well, they probably want to ship out clothing and meat, so why don't we go ahead and connect to Washington? Do you care about clothing? Would you like to buy clothing? No, Washington does not give a crap about clothing. They do like meat, though. So, while we're doing this, hang on. Where's our food? It's getting here. It's crossing the Atlantic. Alright, so let's set this up. Far left. Oh, I don't even have a train station. I don't even have a train station. Okay, so let's get a train station in Washington. I probably want to eventually be able to go further south so we can conquer the South. Crush them like the bugs that they are. There we go. Okay. That is a hell of a gradient. Can I adjust that? I can make it a 16%. I can make it an 18% gradient. Okay, let's undo that. Let's not. No. There we go. We're just gonna live with 4%.
Oh, who's this new fish swimming in our pond? Greetings from the beautiful city of Charlotte.
Yes. I hear you.
What was your name again? Beautiful stranger, wasn't it? Well, that's what you look like. Just let me know if you need help push-starting your trains.
Look, to be clear, I have nothing against strangers. Some of my best friends are strangers. But you're not from here, and New York is my city. That's where I do business. I say when the trains roll, where they're going, and why. As long as you don't get in my way, everything will be A-OK between us.
The bigger a city gets, the greater its demands get too. At some point, the goods from the immediate area will no longer be enough. That's where the railroad comes in handy. Now select Baltimore to take a closer look at the city.
Okay, so the tutorial just advanced slightly. We are now at the second step of the tutorial. So yeah, we have rivals who are insulting us. You missed this, but he gave this line. I said, look, I got nothing against strangers, okay? Some of my best friends are strangers. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing poisonal.
Right
No, this is before that.
there. Good lord.
Also, if they had, that would count it for being vetoed.
If you don't mind, if I go into competition with your station.
Oh. Yep, he has actually set up a station in Washington alongside us. What a dick. Okay, can we just kill him? Is that an option? I will give you money to murder this man.
Baltimore, where the headquarters of our firm is located, has a large clothing industry. The city therefore needs a constant supply of fabrics. In New York, on the other hand, the fashion-conscious customers are waiting for deliveries of ready-tailored goods.
Okay.
Lay a rail line between Baltimore and New York so that the clothing produced in Baltimore can be delivered to New York.
Yeah, I caught that. Thanks. So, where's New York? There it is. I hope you don't mind if I set up a new station in your city, where all your friends are. That are all strangers. Yeah, look, railway offices explode all the time.
Deal with the station. Are you looking for a fight?
It ain't poisonal, kid. It's just business. Lord business. Hang on, let's just set this up here. Oh, that's awful. Okay, so let's do this. this to kind of... Oh, this is going to be a ludicrously expensive track. You know what? Why don't we do this another way? Let's go ahead. That would actually be funny if they did. Like, you literally to have a fighting minigame. And just actually start fighting it. Okay, so there. So we're just going to piggyback our existing line. That's still very expensive. Probably because of the bridging that's going to take. But whatever. If we do that, though, we're going to have to deal with lights. And I hate lights. I hate them. But we're going to have to figure it out. So we need... God, we need 300,000 gold. Money. Whatever. To make that happen. Alright. Yeah, we kind of lost money for a while, though, so we're kind of playing on the back foot a little bit. Because, you know... Like, I admit to nothing, but, God, I am so low on money. It might actually be better to just restart the scenario now that I know how to do this thing. Oh, hey, we can get the better train. That's cool.
Oh, this new locomotive looks adventurous.
No, it's fine. We can do this. We can make this work. Just have to sit here and wait for hours in order to make the money necessary in order to be able to do a basic task. I'm going to connect Syracuse. No, we can't. We can't afford to connect Syracuse. Can we, like... I wonder, can we upgrade an existing train? Is that a thing we can do?
You should look for your train.
Can we upgrade this? Is that a thing? A lot of money. Oh, it is a replace. Okay, yes. Oh, and we just do it immediately. Nice. Oh, yep, see, it's already upgraded.
Amazing how they did that in the middle of nowhere.
That's impressive. They had to carry that thing out on their backs. Like, okay, everyone. We're making money, at least. Not enough money, but...
So now what?
Now we wait.
For what?
Money. I can't do anything right now. I need money. Because I spent so much time figuring that out. And that's a huge portion of the game where I wasn't making money at all. And I was spending money. So what I need is money, 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 money. How much would this line be to finish? $255,000. Jeez Louise. Well, is Baltimore at least growing? Like, all that was to make Baltimore grow. It looks like it is growing. Can I buy out? Can I just buy everyone? If I just own everyone, then I'll have plenty of money. This is such a dumb idea. Whatever. I think we will go ahead and restart this, but we'll do it later. I'm going to go ahead and call it for the day here.
For the day?
For maybe for the day. I don't know. It depends on what we're doing. What are we doing for dinner?
No idea. I said he would cook.
Well, the point is, there might not be enough time for a second stream today. It's already 3. So, there might be a second stream. I wouldn't bet on it. That's what I'm going to say. So, otherwise, see you next time. Or maybe we can get past the tutorial.